Hopefully that wasn't painful.
It was not. What's up, everybody? Game 4 watch party. Knicks, Celtics. Knicks with a 2-1 lead, but after game 3, a lot of people feeling just a bit down. But joining us today, myself and Bryan Fonseca, we have one of our favorite journalists in the New York area.
Yes.
Our homie Candace Pedraza. Candace, Ace, I like to call you. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
You good?
Yeah.
How you feeling about this Knicks series?
Not good.
How are you not good when they're up 2-1? Like what's going on?
It's just the first 2 games, just like they were electric. Obviously, you had Mikal Bridges heroics 2 games in a row, which is like more than you could possibly ask for against the Celtics in the playoffs. But it was 2 games where both times it didn't feel like the Knicks beat them, if that makes sense. And just it was kind of more like the Celtics buried themselves. Yeah. So I'm waiting for the Knicks to beat Boston, and that I don't see a team that can do that yet.
So you need a complete game. You haven't seen that thus far.
We talked about this last time. This is like the main thing that you have to watch for from a Knicks perspective is, are you finally going to have the good start, or are you going to have to claw yourself back into a game again? Yeah. And there's how many comebacks do you have in you? Like it's tough. So I get that.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can't be coming back from that. To your point, I understand why it doesn't feel like a win because they're coming back from down 20. You can't be coming back. You can't play with that. You can't have you're coming back from down 20 again. Can't have that again.
No, absolutely
not. It can't happen.
But you feel better than Candace does. Like I get the sense.
Maybe.
See, this is what I'm saying.
Maybe. Like okay, I'll say this. Like I do think the Knicks are going to come out and play good tonight. I think they know they got to come out with good energy. Yeah. Now, actually, let's put a pin in this. I said this at the last game. You had Josh Hart, some of these guys talk about, what's the word they used? We didn't come out with the sense of urgency.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Yeah. It's also a cliche that you just use.
And I'm not killing the players because players say this all the time. Yeah. But if there ever is a time for urgency, it's tonight, right, kid? It's like you got to have the urgency tonight.
Absolutely.
Do you think they have a complete 48-minute game in them?
Yeah, absolutely. They have it.
Do you think it'll happen tonight?
I hope. That would be awesome if they did, but it has to be. I think it falls not so much on the shoulders of Jalen Brunson or Josh Hart. It has to fall on the shoulders of Wingstop, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges. They actually have to come out and play and be involved, especially on offense. And Cat. I mean, Cat is injured. We know that, but he's got to do more. If he's going to be out there and, they're going to keep playing him, they have to find a way to get him more involved. And they're not.
You don't sound too
confident. I don't disagree with anything Candace said. I understand why Candace feels the way she does, and I think there's a good portion of the fan base that feels the same way. I guess my next question, Candace, before we got to talk about this draft lottery, we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
But
and then I have a question for both of you, actually.
Do you look at this game 4 as a must win? Because I do. I think it's a must win.
I agree.
Okay, we're on the same page. I think it's a must win. You gotta win.
I will go as far as saying, at least for the Knicks, and maybe for Boston to some extent, this game might be the series. Like if you're the Knicks and you're again, we mentioned this last time if you were with us.
Facts.
But 2-2 going back to Boston, becoming a best of 3. With Boston getting 2 home games and you beat them twice in Boston already, but I mean, are you going to just win every game in Boston at that point?
Right.
Like,
you can't bank on that.
You can't bank on it. So it's like you just want this to be easier. You've earned the 2-0 lead. Like even though, we could talk about whether or not they stole the 2 games, they earned the 2-0 lead.
Yeah.
So if you put yourself in a position where you're up 3-1 with 3 chances to close out the series, I would feel much, much better if I were the Knicks. But if it's 2-2 and the momentum would be tilting towards Boston and all these different things with 2 wins going back home, like it's tricky. So in a lot of ways, it feels like this game could be the series.
Yeah. It very well.
I want to ask also off of that. Mitchell Robinson's been a big talking point since last game.
Yeah.
He posted the video about how he doesn't care about the criticisms, to which usually when you post a video about not caring, you care about the thing that you're saying you don't care about. But Mitchell, and I know I thought of Dex also because I was like, Dex is gonna want to not go in on this, but I'm sure you have some feelings about it. But do you think the Mitchell Robinson free throw shooting / can you play him defensively? Like, how much of a tipping point is he actually? Because he's being talked about a lot, but is this even one of the most important things that we should be watching for tonight, I guess is what I would ask.
Yeah, because I think his impact on the game is clear. Like what he does in terms of defense, protecting the rim, second chance opportunities for the Knicks, limiting second chance opportunities for Boston. Yes, he is that important. And the Celtics have treated him as such by fouling him to try to get him out of the game. So I just wonder what adjustments does Tom Thibodeau make here. There's been some talk. I talked about it yesterday with John Smelker came on me. I was on Knicks Fan TV today with CP talking about it. And it's like, look, should they start Mitchell Robinson over Josh Hart? That's not going to happen tonight. But I do wonder if that's something they could go to. Is there something where they adjust the minutes? Do they try to start the second and maybe third quarters with Mitchell Robinson on the floor?
Talked about that with Joe.
To see if they can, get them to commit, where they can get into the penalty. You could play with him until you get into the penalty and then take him off the floor. The Knicks have to try ways to win possession. So, yeah, Mitchell Robinson is that important. Like, I'm not saying he's the savior. I'm just saying he's that important in the series, and the Celtics have treated him with that respect. So, yeah.
Candace, what do you think?
I agree. I feel like on top of it, too, is just the fact that it wouldn't be such a big deal, him making his free throws, if the Knicks actually, made
other
their
shots.
Yeah. We're scoring and, we're keeping the game tight. Whereas because they haven't been keeping pace with the Celtics in any of these games, when he gets on the floor, they can hack him because that just shuts off all water possible for the Knicks to get flowing. So they have to get it going before he gets on the floor for him to actually be impactful, because, not to say his few missed free throws, if they are tied or maybe a little bit closer in the score, wouldn't really matter as much, because they matter.
Yeah.
They're free throws, they're free points that he should be able to get, but they matter a hell of a lot more when you're down, 15 points, 20 points, and you're relying on Mitchell Robinson to hit his free throws. That's not good. So I definitely agree, though. I think starting him maybe in the second half or in the second quarter even, that would help a ton, just to try to get Boston into foul trouble. It would be awesome to see him start the game, but I know Tibbs is Tibbs.
I think that may be an emergency situation thing. I'd be surprised if we see any big time adjustment like that. Now we have a bunch of people watching right now. Yer says yo, which is funny. I feel like you should just say yer if your name is Yer, but that's another discussion.
I would actually happen to.
We appreciate you being here.
I'd happen to agree with that.
Simi, as always.
Hi, Simi.
Chimes in.
See, my daughter is always watching.
A real one.
She's a real one.
Always watching. Salute
always
to Simi.
That's awesome.
As always. Blaine A says aloha. East Blue Drew. We know East Blue Drew. We could always depend on him being here.
Can we also shout out my daughter who said boo Boston?
Nice. Absolutely.
See? Some good parenting right here. I'm just saying. Some good parenting. That's all.
East Blue Drew says salute. Knicks family is the playoffs. Move the ball early. Play Precious. He wants to see Precious minutes. I think Precious gives you an interesting look here.
Well, see, that's something I brought up earlier today, because if you did start, it did not happen, but if they did start Mitchell Robinson, right, it affects things in the rotation, guys, because you're going with a double big lineup. So now maybe you have to play Precious Achiuwa some minutes. Now, Precious Achiuwa, his minutes were not bad in the 6 minutes he played the other day. What did you think of his minutes?
I
didn't think it was bad.
Fine. Yeah, I thought he was perfectly fine.
He can switch too. Like Mitch is not as laterally quick.
Right.
He's bigger and he's a better rebounder. He's a better anchor, but Precious can do some things in terms of versatility that Cat can't and that Mitch can't. It just gives you a different look. I don't think he needs to play 25 minutes or anything like that, but I think he can get some minutes. Like, there's a role for him in this series.
Greg here, our homie Greg Film Stuff says this is a must win for the Knicks. Do not play Precious. Shout out to my guy Ron, still Knicks fan. Says what's good, Knicks family. Salute to the chat. Salute to Bryan and Dexter. Salute to your special guest Candace Pedraza.
Yes.
Let's get this victory tonight. So it sounds like a lot of Knicks fans are feeling good in the chat.
Rob Weiss says not being negative. Hope they prove me wrong. Come on now, though. We've been seeing the same weak mentality and excuses for years with the Knicks. What have they shown to make this year any different?
It's a different year. Every year's not the same. I don't like when people take stuff from 3 years ago, what happened in the past regime. Like, no, none of that matters today. Like, that does not have to do with this team here. This is a different team now in this moment. They have an opportunity to see what they could do. Yeah. And I think they got to come out with energy from the start. That's my thing. And I think Brunson has to have himself a big game as he misses his first shot. Don't say I jinxed him, because I did not. That did not happen.
Keep leaving comments and questions. We'll get to them throughout. Thank you as always. And there's Derek White with the 3.
That looked bad just from the start.
Yeah. It's also like, I know people will say Boston shoots a lot of threes, but like
That's why
they literally just played like just sort of moving the ball very easily around the top of the key. Derek White, who I have his points and rebound over at 21.5.
Oh, Cat shot a 3.
That's
Knicks 0-2 from the field to start.
He hasn't shot enough of those in this series, but Boston's figured out ways to limit that. Oh, I don't like this.
No.
Brunson is on Jalen Brown. Yeah.
cool.
I think this start for the Knicks, man, I thought they really needed to come out with defense. Like,
It's only a minute in.
it's 5 points already.
No, I know what you mean.
And that's the problem.
You hear the crowd?
Pretty immediately.
The urgency.
Yeah, I want it.
This is.
Sheesh.
I don't know. I don't want to say it's too early to say they're looking tight because they haven't been sloppy. They just have missed shots.
Yeah.
This is a bit. Look, and this is the thing. Like,
In front of Edie Falco.
for the toughness that Knicks fans want their team to have, Boston's been here before a lot. Like, this core has been here.
Yeah, experience and continuity matters. I
Drew's
think
been here even before he was in Boston. Also, like, even with New Orleans, there were playoff games. Milwaukee obviously won the title there.
I don't know how you feel about this, Candace, but I just feel like a pass. Good
So
finish.
Dunk on him.
Yeah. That's a much needed bucket for the Knicks because they can't let this get out of hand. That's not a foul. Good rebound, Cat.
That was awesome.
The Knicks have to play off of this. Good pass.
Oh wow.
Oh, how did he get? See, those possessions hurt. They got nothing out of that.
That was a momentum.
Yeah, the
play
crowd would have
right
been
there.
buzzing off of that.
Oh, here we go. They're gonna ISO.
I'd like to see more of that. Just like driving. Oh, again,
Too
same.
easy.
The
Too
same
easy.
shot twice.
And you know why? Because Cat came over to help
Uh-huh.
Brunson, and Brunson can never rotate back out to the top. He needs to get on holiday, couldn't. So 2 threes for the Celtics.
The Knicks hate leaving Cat on the island, but then it puts their wings in a
That's
bad spot.
big. I'm telling you, Jalen Brunson to me has to have a big game tonight. I think he will. I think he will. He needs like a 8 to 10 point first quarter where he comes out and sets the tone.
I probably agree with that.
This is what they want.
I don't like that switch. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was
wow.
Way too much help.
Today, when I don't take the over 3.5 threes,
he gets 2 in like
this is wild.
less than 3 minutes.
3. He's 3 for 3 right now.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I thought Drew Holiday
one.
does. Yeah.
Is that an offensive?
Yep. On Josh Hart.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear the nervous energy from the crowd here.
Yeah, because Boston's fans are very similar when the Celtics are like not getting off to a rough start, but the lead is collapsing late in the game. Candace, would you be tempted here if you're Tibbs? And you're obviously not Tibbs, but I feel like you guys would coach a little differently. But would you feel like maybe there's an early substitution to go to, given that this is already an 11-4 lead? Would you try to bring in Mitch sooner or something along those, or Deuce even? I
feel like right now, no. Like, I don't know why, but I weirdly am not nervous yet, even though I just saw Derek White hit. Okay, now I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous. That was terrible. So
this
now I
none
would
of
bring
this is
Mitch in.
good.
Yeah, I think around this time.
You would bring Mitch in. Would that
for
that
the
would
defense?
Be your,
Yeah, but then that's the thing is that they don't even really drive. That's a good timeout.
That's a good timeout. 11-4.
Bad Bunny is back. Wow. All right. Must have paid for both games. Salutes to Bad Bunny. We have 2 Puerto Ricans up here. You already know.
You know what? It's a Puerto Rican affair.
Yeah. Dex, are you going to Mitch now? Like out of the timeout? Are you going? Is Mitch or would you rather go with Deuce and actually try to get some shooting and some perimeter defense? Even though like there are.
I would go with Mitch because I would go with Mitch because you need to change his pace. You need to stop the Celtics. They're at +7. You cannot let this balloon. This cannot be another 15 to 20 point comeback. You got to stop this now.
Okay. Follow-up question. If Mitch comes in the game and they're doing hack a Mitch, what do you do there? Because now that's slowing down your offense of what you don't have any.
It's early, so let him continue to foul. Now they might be willing to do that in the first quarter and tell 4 different players to foul him to get into the bonus.
Right.
And then say, okay, we know you're gonna have to sub him out because if we foul him again, he's gonna shoot free throws. We can push this lead up. But force him to do that. Because at worst case scenario, it gets him in the bonus, and then you can attack him more when you pull Mitch out. You gotta dictate. You have to try to dictate the game because the Knicks don't have the talent in terms of matching them with 3-pointers and the way they can shoot. So you got to dictate the game. Do something like screw it. Do something.
Yeah.
Do something different.
Yeah.
Who
like
cares?
You called the timeout for a reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Who cares? If you go, I think fans would like to see them go down with Tom Thibodeau just throwing different shit at the wall and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Like just
totally
throw it and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like we've liked the fact that he's gone to a switch everything defense. Tom Thibodeau deserves credit
Which
for
was
that.
a surprise.
Yeah,
actually.
nobody saw, and he held it all season till now, and I respect that. But now it's like, yo, this is Candace and I saying this is must win. So
I am too. I think it's must win.
All right, so we'll all say must win.
Yeah.
And must win, you got to do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Just do what you got to do. Yeah. That's really it. Do what you got to do.
Lil P64 says if they lose this game, the series is over. East Blue Drew says not Tatum's corny self with pink Cameron sneaks.
I think he meant Cameron.
It had to be Cameron.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't spell it as Cameron. I'm like, the New Yorker and me read that as Cameron. At first. Also, he says, just progressively, damn, okay, Jesus, it's still early. Oh, man, that Kardashian curse is in the garden.
Oh, no.
Is she there?
Kylie Jenner's there.
Oh.
With Timothée Chalamet.
They're together, right?
They're
the ones.
I have no idea who's together with who. All I know is
Timothée Chalamet is like a sports fan, like a legit one.
He's like a huge Knicks fan.
They had him on College Game Day this year,
really?
and he was actually like,
stuff, yeah.
He's
definitely a New Yorker.
Facts. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. What's he in?
What do you mean?
Like acting.
Like acting lately? I feel like the big thing is still Dune.
Yeah, I don't watch a ton of movies. I'm more of a documentary person.
He's a movie hater.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm sure.
See, you make Candace look at me like, what?
Well, no. We had this conversation on here before. When's the last time you went to the movies?
Like last weekend.
Okay.
Are you like a movie?
What'd you go see?
Sinners.
What'd you think?
It's awesome.
It's dope, right?
It was amazing.
Okay,
but he hasn't gone to see Sinners because he's a movie hater.
No, that's not true. I just haven't gone to see Sinners. Do I need to go see Sinners?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I need to go see Sinners.
You think I would like Sinners?
You're a movie hater, so I have no idea I don't know what you like.
Do you know?
Okay, before Sinners, Candace, what did you go see? What was the most
Oh.
What is that?
Okay, these turtles.
Okay.
They got a break there.
All the way, Mikal.
Okay.
Okay. Before Sinners.
I can't tell you what I saw before Sinners. Oh, actually, I know what I saw before Sinners.
That looked bad.
It wasn't my choice to see that.
I think if you're the Knicks, you want Jaylen Brown to try to win the game by himself. I don't like these shots that Mikal Bridges.
They doubled him immediately.
Well, they're in a good spot too.
Yeah.
Because Mikal's just hanging around the dunker spot, and they have like no spacing, so it's like, yeah, you could double Cat in that situation because they're not spaced out well at all. If that went in,
oh yeah,
Knicks have gotten some stops, but they're not able to capitalize off of any of this.
4 points in the first 4.5 minutes. He's gonna take a nope. He's not gonna step back.
Man,
I don't like this.
Nice.
Good. Nice.
Don't love that shot, but
I'll take it. That's a big shot. They needed that.
That was smart.
You had to, yeah. Well, the fact that it's on Derek White from a size perspective, it makes it a decent look.
Nope.
He's like, nope.
We both.
Ooh.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
Ooh.
That was
filthy.
Never mind what I said about Jaylen Brown.
Oof.
What did you say about Jaylen?
I was like, you kind of want him to try to win the game by himself. But if he's going to get Cat on the switch, never mind.
Big three. There you go, Mikal.
Good response. All right.
He needs to shoot more of those and a little bit less of the I'm going to dribble into somebody and try to bump them and fade away and not get to the line.
Also good to see the Knicks get some penetration and dish out. Get the board. There we go.
Good stuff.
It's only a 7-point game, but it feels worse.
It does.
Whereas like game 3, it was like a 13-point game, but didn't feel as bad. It's weird.
Nice, Mikal.
I like
Very
the aggression
nice.
from
That's
him.
better because it was on Derek White.
Yeah.
You hear the Garden crowd like they want to get.
You got to give them a reason to get behind.
They would love nothing more than Mikal to go off.
Oh yeah, this would be a great game for Mikal to go off.
A legacy Mikal Bridges game.
Oh yeah,
would go absolutely.
Oh boy. They're getting a lot of open threes, though.
That's not a foul.
Ugh.
That's a foul.
That's a foul.
There we go.
Thank you, Scott Foster.
There we go. There we go.
That one.
Were you worried about
He's
Scott?
locked in.
Were you worried about Scott Foster
No,
officiating
not
tonight?
at all. I feel like every time he officiates a Knicks game, I hate to say it, the Knicks do pretty well. But
Yes.
he's officiating Knicks games. He does them justice.
Were you worried about that or the ESPN curse of the Knicks not playing? The Knicks record is better on TNT than it is on ESPN
that feels
for
right.
these games.
What's happening here?
I saw someone make a good point about that. They were like, "That just means they're due." I'm like, "All right,
I mean,
I'll take that positive."
yeah, you have to have that positive energy.
Oop.
Woo!
Okay.
Buckets.
All right,
Okay, look at that crowd.
Awesome
Look at the
timeout.
crowd.
that was an excellent.
They're into it.
8-0 run.
8-0 run. Last buck 13.
Who
Who is that?
Yeah, I'm glad none of us knew who that was. Who the hell was that?
People just have money, bro. Like, I don't know.
You could do
these-
anything.
People got money. I don't think you got to show anybody on the sideline.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Like,
why
what
are
was
they
that?
showing?
You shouldn't show somebody if all three of us were like, who is that? I have no idea who that is.
Unless we're all, it's possible we're all out the loop of whatever that was.
If the chat knows who that
If
was,
the chat knows who that was, if our wonderful producers know who that was shown for that cutaway, please let me know. I have no idea who that was.
that's hilarious. That was a great response.
East Blue Drew is in here saying, can we run a triangle? We ain't got to go back to that, man.
Oh,
We ain't got to go back to triangle offense.
I don't know if that would work against Boston either. I'm not sure.
Greg makes a great point. Nick should have made sure Suni Lee and Anne Hathaway were sitting courtside tonight. Now, I'm always here for some Anne Hathaway sitting courtside in the Knicks game. Always here for that. That would have been good luck, though. Maybe you got OG to play better.
true.
I have no contributions.
I-
I'm like thinking of some. I'm like, you know what? There's too much.
I've never seen people have that much fun in IKEA.
No, I was talking about the Sudi Lee Anne Hathaway.
Oh,
You know,
sorry, I thought you were talking about the Kia commercial.
like I feel like.
I'm not gonna lie. I also feel like he hasn't actually done that well.
Oh,
like, OG, like I feel like he played
Oh.
really well
For
once
game one?
in front of one or both of them,
you mean in front of both of them?
and then after that, like he didn't. But because of that one performance, everyone's like they are the good luck charms for him.
Who's
Yeah.
a celebrity you would play well in front of, or you would feel like you would have to play well in front of at a game?
That's a great question.
It's also
Oh,
a potentially
man.
messy question.
Yeah.
Who am I trying to impress a celebrity that's there that would care? That's the thing.
You're gonna entertain this.
Who's the celebrity that's going to care? They don't care about me. They don't care about what I do.
Well, now I don't want to answer the question.
Yeah. Yep. Get out of there.
No.
I don't think I have an answer. I legitimately don't.
Since y'all gonna punk out and nobody you can't ask the question and you
I
don't,
don't
have
think
an
because
answer.
no, I asked it because I'm thinking of an answer, but like I don't know. I can't really get there. Maybe I'm just anti-celebrity now. I don't know.
I gotta think about that.
We'll come back to it.
Oh, I'm gonna say I'll give one.
Oh God.
I got one. Just because it is very relevant to the series too, and everybody will know why when I say this.
okay.
You know who I
That's
want
an
to play
easy
well?
answer though.
Who do you think I'm gonna say? Because I think you're not where I'm gonna say. Who was I gonna say?
The face of Levi's.
No, I was
Oh.
not going with Beyonce.
Okay.
No, it's not going with Beyonce. No, I was actually not going with that. I was saying it's relevant to the series, not relevant to the commercials that have been on. Love those commercials, Levi's. But Nia Long.
Ah.
I'm play
Yeah.
well in front of Nia Long. I've been a Nia Long fan for a long time. I'll play well in front of Nia Long. There we go. That's who I'm playing with.
Greg says Jada Parker, sir, understands. He knows ball.
Another Jada Parker reference here on the show,
Both of them from Greg.
which has excited you, our producer Nikolai, Greg. I understand why you guys are
Jada
fans.
Parker's a very good wrestler.
All right, there you go. I had to make a contribution. Starks and Ewing at the game. Clyde,
Oh,
look at us
Clyde.
getting people we know. Bill Bradley. I still want to know who that person was they cut to. We have no
Yeah.
idea who that was.
No idea.
Maybe when they do their little
No idea.
celebrity row.
Look at Bridges' intensity on defense, picking up on Derek White.
Boston's shooting has calmed down too,
Mhm.
but they're still getting the looks. And now
KP is
KP's
in.
Yeah.
They picked him up well on that roll.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
This is where you want
Yeah.
Boston. You want them in heavy iso.
Yeah. Nah, let's go.
Amazing defense.
All the way, Josh. OG.
That was a good look.
Woo!
That was a really good look by Josh
I
Hart.
just need them to run that the next 45 minutes.
I've never seen someone celebrate like that.
I feel like they couldn't get my man Bill Bradley some better seats in there.
Oh, that was a nice move.
Oof.
Those see.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's what the
Four
Celtics
already.
are so good. Like I got to give Tatum credit on that because he should have probably shot that three, and he generated that and stepped into finding a better three. 4 already. Are you kicking yourself?
I have the points and rebounds at least, so I have something.
That's good. Oh, no.
I think that's a good shot by Jalen Brunson in that spot, though.
I think it's huge the Knicks have got this back to a 2-point game. They had the lead
manageable
for a second. Oh.
And when the Knicks are patient with their offense, I'm seeing them generate some good looks. Like I'm seeing them get like some actual clean looks when they don't shoot within the first few seconds of the shot clock.
Right. And I feel like more often than not, OG is open in the corner. Like very, very often I feel like I see him open, but because they've been isoing for so long, they're running into double teams in the paint, can't kick it out, and he's just on an island.
Yeah.
If they can get him going from the corner a couple of times, that's night and day.
I'll live with that.
That was good defense without fouling.
Yeah, like he crossed them and shot a mid-range jumper, but like you want them to not move the ball around.
Honestly, yeah, you want them to get into more ISO stuff like that.
Yeah. Let them feel themselves in isolation. That'll come back to bite them.
Knicks not moving the ball around. Okay, I like that he took it.
Yes. I don't like his step back threes, I would say. Oh, Derek White's
good
open.
pass. Oh, he's sold out.
I don't think he's going to get the points.
Fouls on the ground now. Fouls on the ground.
Derek White was wide open again.
We got a Sixers fan in the chat. Says Sixers got the 3rd pick. Only thing that'll make my day even better now would be a Celtics loss. Let's go Knicks.
Well, Fabian's been here.
He is. So sorry, Fabian. I didn't realize you were here before.
I think Fabian's been here before. Thank you, Fabian, for checking in.
That draft lottery, though. Man.
I wonder who the Sixers are going to get with that pick, too, given what we know about Daryl Morey.
They didn't need it. The Sixers didn't need any more chances to get better soon.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to be that good given Embiid's health. So they probably actually do. But I get it. They haven't earned it as a franchise, you're saying. Jared McCain's going to be back. Tyrese Maxey. Paul George is falling off a bit, but they'll be competent, I think. If they get VJ Edgecombe, woo!
That's a pick I could see for them.
I love VJ. He's my favorite player in the draft. I don't think he's going to be better than Cooper Flagg necessarily, but he's my favorite player to watch in this draft. Jaylen Brown, not a great free throw shooter. I keep saying it. Deuce is in, and Mitch.
Okay.
So Cat's out and Mikal.
Josh, second 3 attempt. Okay, Josh.
I'll take that. All right.
Decisive. Quick trigger. This does feel like it'll be closer than Game 3. Ooh.
What? I was about to say. Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, yo, you saw him give the chicken wing.
Yeah, when he stepped over and he looked like.
I almost thought they were going to call it the other way.
Yeah.
Man, his hair, I didn't realize his hair was all over his neck.
Josh Hart sold it a bit, but that's a foul still. Josh Hart did what he had to do in terms of.
That's 2 on Jaylen Brown, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if that's a good thing for the Knicks. The way he's playing.
That's valid.
Because it means more Peyton Pritchard, and for some reason
he is cooking.
He's killing them.
For some reason, he's just a pain in their ass. Pritchard's good.
Oh, good step through.
Yeah,
Jesus, that was good.
What a first quarter.
This was a great
back and forth first quarter.
Very quick moving first quarter too.
This is probably the best first quarter of the entire series
for the Knicks.
Easily.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of competitive balance in general,
right? Just a product, something I want to watch.
Oh,
he almost had the jump.
He got it. Yeah.
I thought he was trying to get.
He caught his hand in the cookie jar. He just got it at the last second. Josh Hart never committed a foul in his life. He always makes that face. It was close, but look, see, watch his left hand.
He had him, and
that's where he had him right there. That's not the foul. This is the foul.
No, it was there,
right there.
He kept it there. Yeah. I mean, look, I wouldn't like the call either because it's like, it's not like you slapped him, but refs are gonna call that more often than not. It is what it is.
The homie Juliana's here says no Sunni lead tonight, but Kendall Jenner is there, so let's see what OG does for Kendall. I mean, we'll see. Maybe OG will fall into Kendall, Juliana, and here at the post, page 6 will be all over it tomorrow. We'll show. Is it Kylie or Kendall? Who's in the building?
I saw Kylie.
Okay, you saw Kylie.
I don't know who's who.
That's also fair.
I don't know which one is which.
That is very fair.
I just know dudes like both. But
I found out one of our producers today is in love. I believe Kylie.
No, I think it's Kendall.
I don't know. One of the Jenners. Oh, good pass.
Alley-oop.
That was first alley-oop for Brunson in the series, I think.
Keeps doing that, they're going to start fouling him.
Yeah.
Oh, no. They just remembered you in the court.
Yeah, they're like, oh, shoot, what do we do now?
Yeah. Screen from
Pritchard. Way to come over by Deuce.
Good stuff. Oh, come on.
Oh! Stop it.
Is that a landing space foul or is that a contact foul or what?
Maybe he might have got him on the elbow.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
I wonder if he got him on the elbow.
Gary V, front row.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit the elbow.
Yeah.
Knicks fans aren't going to like that, but they call those. That's the thing. Like,
yeah.
They call those fouls, you know? Even if it's a slight touch on the elbow, you're interfering with the shot. Like, by the letter of the law, it's a foul. I'm not trying to cape for the officials, though. I'm just letting you know, like, that's just what it is.
Yeah, shout out to Fabian. Fabian is out here watching from Europe. He said he's 2 a.m. He said, I cannot scream. Yes, you can. You can scream.
Yeah.
Fabian, where are you?
Where are you in Europe? Where are you in Europe?
In Europe? I would love to know this.
That's dedication.
So you're past England.
Wow,
so you're a little bit east of that. I know that. So I'm curious, where are you? Juliana says both Jenners are there, but Kendall is the only single one.
That's probably why dudes like Kendall more. Makes sense.
How many of them have a shot?
NBA players?
Not NBA.
That.
I was talking about dudes in general.
Just dudes? Yeah.
I was talking about in general.
No. But NBA players, I mean, you might be able to get in the room.
Do you want to do that, NBA players? Is that good for you?
I mean,
the curse is.
Bad Bunny survived it so far.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Oh, gee!
What happened?
Blocked herself at the rim? That was weird.
Double big lineup.
Yeah, Cat came back in. This is an interesting move.
Will they be leading for the first quarter? Leading at the end of the first quarter for the first time this series?
I'm going to say yes.
Candace?
What was the question? I was staring at OG grabbing his leg.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
Oh,
that's too easy. Do you think the Knicks will be leading at the end of the first quarter for the first time this series?
Yeah, I'll say yes. At least by one.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fabian is watching from Austria.
Jalen wanted a call.
Austria.
He didn't get enough contact there. Hey, Jalen's got 9. You wanted 8 to 10 in the first quarter. 8 to 10 in the
first quarter. I thought that was important. Yeah. That's short.
Mm.
Yeah, this guy.
He's a tough shot maker. Yeah, Doris is on it. He keeps going after Cat and or Brunson.
Like, all right.
Oh. Oh. I thought that was like all right, if we get a Tatum Brunson duel, woo, I'm here for that. Now Brunson's got to respond.
That's terrible turnover. And the Knicks will not finish this quarter on top.
No.
2 for 1.
That's short.
Oh,
I'm gonna stop saying anything. I got nothing to say.
Oh,
this went from them being up 1 to down 8 in like
the fastest 9-0 run.
I might have jinxed it by asking the question. I'll shut up.
We blame you. Your movie hating ass.
Oh, Dominican on Dominican crime. We're back. Cat, you're not
getting that call. You're fading. You're out of control. You're not getting that call.
Out of control.
I have to be honest. The last minute of this game has been disappointing for the Knicks because they had all the momentum. This Tatum's pulling up.
Oh,
he is pulling up.
Same spot. man, what are you gonna do? And Cat is caught out there on an island, but it's like, what is Cat gonna do in that spot? The Knicks have to figure out a way. The most important thing is you have to figure out a way to not let Cat be in these one-on-one situations because Tatum keeps hunting for Cat. He keeps getting him too. That's the problem. The Knicks are giving them that matchup, and the Knicks just pissed away a really good first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they did.
It was a really good first quarter for the first like 10 and a half minutes. It was really like a 6-minute stretch in between after that slow start.
The last minute 20, they gave up 12 points, 12-0 run.
It's an 11-0 game. It's an 11-point game right now.
And they were up by 1. And it's 12-0 run.
Just you blink, and we're talking about, they might have a lead, and then it's like
that might be one of the most disappointing ends to a first quarter I've seen for the Knicks in quite some time. That was disappointing.
That could sink. I'm not gonna say it could sink the game, but like if you look back and they lose by 8, you know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things. Or even if they lose by 20, it's gonna be like, well, they started fielding themselves at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
And
I don't even know what to say about those Jayson Tatum shots.
Yeah. Candace, what do you do? What do you think? Like, where are you after absorbing this?
You cry. You go to the locker room and cry.
This now feels like a huge Mikal game because I feel like when he was on the floor, they were not getting those looks.
That's a good point. Yeah.
During that little stretch where the Knicks got it to within 1 or they were up 1, Mikal was like kind of the key defender on all of those possessions.
That's a great
point.
So
he might have to play the whole game. I'm not gonna lie, because without him on the floor, they can just hunt for anyone that they want on with Tatum.
This is a good point.
He's the Iron Man.
And Boston was 9 of 14 from 3 in the first quarter.
That is wild.
And that's including a 1-for-5 stretch after they started 5 for 6, which means they made their last 4 threes.
Mm-hmm.
I think 3-point attempts.
All Tatum.
All Tatum.
Derek White, I think, was 4 for 4 from 3. Oh, well, no, Pritchard got one of those last 4, actually, too.
You're right.
The 2-for-1 3, where he was heavily contested. Like, that's the thing, too. Like, the Celtics are making shots where you're kind of, like, defending them reasonably well, or they're just from so far. It's like, I mean, I'll shake your hand if you make it, and Boston's just making them.
Yeah.
OG Anunoby not on the team bench, bothered by a hamstring injury.
I'm telling you, he was grabbing that.
This is you called it. This is according to Stephen Bondi. He's not on the bench to start the second quarter. So that's something to keep an eye on.
More to your Mikal point, Candace.
Yep. Even more so.
Yeah.
And it was when he went up for the dunk and it kind of caught. I don't think he was expecting to land as quickly as he did, and he probably landed awkwardly.
As he had a hamstring injury this season, right? At one point, not like a serious one.
Not a serious one, but it lingered. It was in that Laker game. He went down that Laker game. Everybody thought it was his Achilles, but it was his hamstring.
Yeah.
So he had that then. That was early February.
So that was a while ago. Yeah.
We got East Blue Drew and
I think that was the game Brunson got hurt.
No, that's the Lakers game here at the Garden, not the one out on the West Coast. Yeah.
Gotcha. East Blue Drew is in chat talking about this new coach. I hope he's a former player. Like, were you actually talking about another coach tonight? Sheesh. Greg says you can literally see the 3 coming from Tatum. Why can't Cat step up on that?
Because he's slow-footed.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's scared about getting blown past.
Yeah. Although at that point, I get the point because it's like the clock's winding down. You know, like what are you really worried about? Whatever the case may be. East Blue Drew said he's scaring his neighbors. Which is great.
Don't go crazy, East Blue Drew. Don't
Fabian
go crazy.
said where he's at. He said Austria.
Yeah, I said that
from
before.
Vienna.
Yeah.
Here's Mikal again.
I think Gunther, former WWE champion, world heavyweight champion, is from.
It
Austria.
always comes back to wrestling.
Listen, everything is wrestling.
Austria.
Are you a wrestling fan?
I'm not, but my friend is trying real hard to convert me.
Don't do it. Don't.
I watched.
Let her if she wants to.
What was it? WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Or that happened just recently. He had me and my wife watching it like the entire weekend.
Yeah.
And
what? He's not a good friend.
Yeah.
He's not a good friend. Why are you gonna have your couple friends watching this the entire weekend?
You're gonna make Nico mad in the truck, all right? Hey, the truck, you know what I mean? The production room. The truck sounds cooler.
That's goaltending. What? Oh, I was about to say.
They did count it? Okay.
We don't have a truck out here. Why do you have a truck outside the building?
That's another wrestling reference.
It was right there. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. That's exactly what I was staring at.
Great eye.
Well, no, I'm sorry I missed the wrestling reference. This CC doesn't spend a weekend watching WrestleMania.
That's for the better.
But shout out to
yes, it is.
Shout out to Austria and shout out to Fabian. Thank you for checking in. We appreciate it.
Ugh.
NBA fans are everywhere, you know. Basketball fans.
I also think I've recently found I've noticed from you there's like a wrestling video game overlap.
Yes.
I feel like the people who like wrestling also love a game that I could care. You know, I could care less for this game franchise, Grand Theft Auto. Wrestling fans love some Grand Theft Auto.
A lot of people love Grand Theft Auto, to be fair.
I don't.
The game, to be clear.
Yeah.
The crime.
Oh, your boy Mikkel with a knockaway.
Campaign.
Oh, the campaign experience.
It's campaign time, baby.
Man.
Why are you guys doing this?
Why would you rush that three? Look at Mitch.
Thank you.
Look at Mitch.
Come
on, dude.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you, dude.
What just happened?
But why are the Knicks rushing these shots?
Why is Campaign running this offense?
Yo, see, this
Campaign is the great.
Yo,
every time he gets the ball, he says it's campaign
OG's
time.
back. No, it's campaign time. You know what time it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be an experience. It might be positive, but
Oh,
it probably might be negative.
That was horrendous.
Campaign.
Glad it ended in points, but
Oh, look, now he has deuce on him.
that's a good.
But that's what I'd rather him take these fallaways. That's what
Mhm.
you want Tatum to do.
Gladly will take deuce on Tatum.
Cat, do not turn the ball over, please.
What?
What was that? Come on. What is going on?
Yo, why is Cat just rushing? He's like so helter-skelter right now.
I can't tell if he was trying to do some.
Everyone's out of
finesse.
control. We need a minute. What the hell? Look at Mitch.
That was fantastic.
That's why they scared
and
him.
then Deuce.
Deuce
He
helped.
wasn't even open. Like he had a look.
He wasn't.
Like it just.
But it was
he had
right
his
in
own
rhythm.
teammates around him.
Was Cat? I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on
You trying to figure out what he was trying to do?
the horror that we just saw.
Yeah, Grady. That's what he was trying to do.
Oh my
He tried to do the
goodness.
self alley-oop.
Nice.
They're not getting.
Good look.
It's funny.
Oh,
I was
nice.
beginning to say they're not getting Cat the mismatches when he's actually getting the mismatch,
Mhm.
but
That
it
was
paid off
perfect.
on the offensive board there because he had
Look,
Pritchard on him.
I gotta pull up these rebounding numbers real quick because the Knicks on the glass have been pretty good. My eyes are telling me that they are at least close to even. A lot of it's because of offensive glass.
Yeah, Pritchard is basically caught. Like, he can't do anything there.
There's nothing you can do there.
I'm enjoying the double big.
It's looked good so far. The Knicks
Experience.
are winning the rebounding battle, 13-10. So
Let's see. Not that plus minus is everything because it's not, but Mitch is a +1 and Cat is a -9. Cameron Payne is a +6.
yeah, because he came and other people did stuff. That's why plus minus can be so disappointing.
That right there.
We just
That
we
right
just
there.
saw what happened when campaigns came
Right.
in games. It looked crazy.
That's what I'm like,
What are we doing?
it's not my favorite stat.
No, because it doesn't always tell the whole story.
No.
I'm not saying campaign
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's like other numbers.
Mhm.
is yes.
Defensive rating. Individual defensive rating.
Yeah. Like one of the ones that like the smart people like is EPM, but you can't get this in real time. I don't think anyone had estimated plus minus.
Nobody
right
has
now.
in real time.
So,
Right.
Pass it out.
Good move.
Offensive. He elbow Horford or something?
I gotta look at this
Let's
again.
see.
I felt like that was a good.
Chicken wing them. Yeah.
He caught him.
Yeah. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, they just called that on Jalen Brown. for
Fabian
sure,
asked
so-
if any of us have ever been to Austria. I
No.
have not.
No.
I've only been to Spain. The only place I've been to in Europe, and that was recent.
I've actually never left the country,
You told me this before.
Yeah.
We talked about this before.
but I am getting my passport this Thursday.
Let's go.
There we go.
Oh,
You
What's
have
the
a trip in mind.
Yeah, it was the first place you want to
Um,
go.
not right now. I have a friend that's trying to convince me to go to Montreal for a festival.
Oh,
Jazz Festival?
And no,
Oh,
it's
it's-
Oceaga.
I went. To
I've heard.
Mhm.
I went to Montreal
Montreal's dope.
2
I've been to
years
Montreal.
ago. It is amazing. If
Montreal's good.
you and your wife need recommendations, I know a bunch of good restaurants from where we
That'd be
stay.
fire.
That should never happen.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That should never happen. I'll be mad if Peyton Pritchard spent no fun on me like that. Mm-mm.
Especially old Montreal. not like downtown.
Right.
Oh, Montreal's really nice. Cobblestone roads.
It feels more like Europe.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
he got pushed out. That should be a foul there.
Cat is having a rough.
This is what's tough for the Cat is having a rough game. This was tough for the Knicks. They get close to 5 and then 7-0 run by the Celtics. Damn.
He's nice, man. That dude could hoop.
Why, Mitch? Why?
Yeah.
It's Luke Cornett with his back to the basket. It's Luke Cornett. What are we doing?
Who doesn't shoot threes anymore?
Cannot read the room.
Payne Pritchard, remember, he has the one-on-ones where he gets dudes from Europe to play with him one-on-one during summers as part of his workout. That dude, I give it to him, man. He's figured out how to stay in the league.
Knicks need to stop here.
Oh, this is not a good matchup. Oh! Good job by Cat, and it didn't matter.
Nobody boxed out.
I want to see what happened there. Did Mitch just let Porzingis?
Right, slid by him.
Yeah.
Gave up. I think once he saw the miss, he assumed
Porzingis.
Cat.
Look at Porzingis.
Yeah. Very
unchecked.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch was out of position. Porzingis just looks at the open lane. He just gets the alley-oop dunk. Easy.
All right, campaign. Oh, no.
He was thinking about shooting.
Oh,
my God.
What's this camera angle? Am I bugging? Is it the same or does it move a little?
No, it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Okay. Campaign, I think this might be his only shift today.
The only 3 I saw him hit was the one that didn't count.
He's -2 now. So
I'm going to say.
Feels a little more right.
I don't like slandering a fellow Steelers fan, but the campaign experience has not been good today. Not good.
They may need him as a spark plug in the second half, but I think for now, Brunson might have to play the rest of the game. Brunson and Bridges.
Bridges definitely has an impact.
They might have to play the rest of the game because OG is hurt.
Yeah.
Like he's not even playing right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is OG gonna come back in?
I think that's why campaign.
Josh Hart is 2.
Such a long leash right now.
Cat's not looking great, and Mitch is Mitch, so you're obviously not going to play him for you.
Good tweet from Bondi here. He says Cat has 8.7 boards, but the Knicks need about 200% better from Cat on defense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. Defense has not been good. Why would there be a commercial about forcing a dog through a dog door?
This is interesting. The Knicks are shooting 33% from 3, but half of their shots have come from 3, basically. 15 threes, 17 twos. That's kind of like Boston-esque.
You said 15 threes and 17 twos, and I would say that 5 to 6 of those threes were rushed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that this is a little concerning, right? So that's actually in terms of what you need to be Boston. The balance in terms of shot distribution is fine, but you're actually not generating like awesome looks, which means you have to tone down your 3-point volume, which means that could hurt you in the math battle unless you're really attacking, like or really getting to the free throw line.
And that too, and then also getting easy of those points if you're attacking off of turnovers.
And second chance points.
Because
you've been eyeing the rebounds every game, which I think is like you have to.
And they're winning the rebound battle in this game. The problem is
you gotta take advantage.
When they've got the second chance points. We saw that one possession where they had 2 rush threes, and we're all like, "What the hell are they doing?" There's a lot of rushes when the Knicks have got second chance points. It hasn't looked smooth. They're not making the Celtics work on defense.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Candace, what do you think of the shot distribution, and would you change it? I guess, even though it's risky.
I think I like the process, but it's just like you guys already said, like half of those threes are rushed and they just don't make any sense. And they're early.
None
and they're
whatsoever.
like early in the shot clock shots too, where it's just like you could have gotten anything else going. And this is also especially against, mostly the Celtics second unit. So these are moments where you should be trying to take advantage of maybe a little bit, less of an offensive firepower on the floor, and they're not.
Boston shot distribution, by the way, 16 threes, 9 twos. They're 10 of 16 from 3. And it's like, are they going to shoot 60% from 3 the entire game?
Maybe.
Like, that's the thing.
Like, that's the thing. Like, most teams, you're like, no. You're like, maybe.
With them, it's like, maybe. I mean, they could easily they were 50 last game. And they do that, you know? Not every game, but you can't just be like, it'll fall back down.
You can't.
Especially because, and this is really the key, they're getting open looks.
Good quality looks.
They're getting good quality looks. And when they don't, it's because they find something inside the paint. Or they, like Kristaps Porzingis, he just cut because no one was crashing the glass. And it's like, fine, I'll go get a putback dunk because no one's around the rim and he got it. You know?
You know who's off the floor? Campaign.
Yeah, that's
Jalen
probably
Brunson
for
is
the
back.
best.
Mikal.
I like Mikal. Go up.
Right.
There we go.
He had him.
Yeah.
It's like he bumped him and he got himself off balance. 10 for 17. Okay. That was rushed.
Nice, Mikal.
Oh.
Okay. What'd you call it? You said the Mikal Bridges legacy game?
Yeah. They need it.
He's got his offense has been better this first half than any first half, I would say, the series.
Oh, yeah.
Getting to the spots.
Yep. He's involved. Like, that's all I wanted to see. It's just him, like,
every time I see when somebody backs up on you, it's like I see food.
Yeah.
Not bad defense, Cat. Okay.
Jalen didn't use his speed nearly enough there.
Good pass. Come on, Deuce.
Oh, I thought that was Josh.
Woo!
Love that.
There we go.
That was awesome.
Look at the ball movement. Look at the offense.
Timeout, Boston.
7-0. This is what a game of runs. Yeah. Look at these runs in this game. Oh, that cardigan that LJ had on. That was dope. I like that.
Shout out to Latrell Sprewell.
All right, I'm back. Invested again.
But now it's like, how did you come out of the timeout? Because we've seen this already, like multiple times.
And then Boston just punches right back.
So this we got like what 7 minutes left.
Yeah, 6.5.
So
they gotta just they're gonna have to rely on Mikal.
So you were saying before you're gonna get your passport. What's the first place you want to go? Do you have a place you say you're going to Montreal?
Montreal.
Maybe.
Other than that, I don't know because my wife really wants to go to Amsterdam. So that would probably be a spot we try to go to. Yeah.
I haven't been, but
I've heard.
Everybody went. Fun times.
I've heard
it was fun times.
I've heard.
Yeah.
That's on the list to do in the next couple of years. That's some place to go.
That's definitely the plan. And I would love to go to South Korea would be cool, but I don't know any Korean, so I have to like definitely brush up on that. But that would be dope. Probably London would be cool or England.
Yeah.
I want to go there too. I'm just worried about the food.
Yeah, I heard it's not.
Who did you ask me about the food the other day? Was that you?
No.
Somebody was like, "Yo, what do you think?" Oh no, it was my well, I went to the Kendrick concert the other night, and my boy's brother was like, shout out to Bryan. He was like, he's actually dating somebody who's in England, and he was like, "Yo, Dex, what do you think of the food there?" And I was like,
"Have you seen Jolly, the YouTube channel?"
No.
It's these two British dudes who go and try food in other places, and they've also had series where like high school kids from Britain try American fast food, or American kids try like British food or whatever. And the British food looks like it looks like it's like not for me.
As someone who has family in England and has been in England multiple times, I'll tell people, British cuisine, is there anything that you really want? Not really. I will say, if you go to a spot that's a great fish and chip spot, do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely do that.
That would be on the look. I want to go to London also, but like I want to see. There's two things I really want to see out there, other than like other stuff. But I want to see a Premier League game, and I want to see a boxing match.
Which is why hopefully I'll be there, or for the Premier League game. Hopefully I go see my.
I want to see a boxing match too. There's boxing everywhere in England all the time. Royal Albert Hall, York Hall. Like I want to go.
London is dope to walk around. London is like
I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I don't know what I'm gonna eat when I'm out there.
It's really dope to walk around. Great pubs.
But because it's like obviously a lot of immigrants in the city, you're gonna have food from other cultures.
But that's what I was gonna tell people.
Yeah.
When you're in London,
You can get Spanish
find
food.
so much good food from other places,
right?
So you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You just don't want the local food. You just want the food from every place else.
Or we're ignorant and we're sleeping on it.
No, I'm not sleeping on it because I've tried it. I'm telling you from experience. It's like, I mean, if bangers and mash is your thing, you want some beans and toast. If that's your thing, cool. For me, it just doesn't. It's not like you can't find good food in England or in London. You can.
I like beans and I like toast. I don't think I like them together.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like,
I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
There's certain things that I think I'm good on. I love peanut butter and I like ice cream.
Who's putting peanut butter and ice cream together?
There's a peanut butter ice cream flavor from multiple producers. I think Reese's has one. I think.
I mean, it's not terrible. I might try it. I'm not dying to try it, but I try.
It wasn't great.
Oof.
Oh, that's wide open.
Wow.
I got a break there. He'll take it.
Yeah, Jalen Brown is.
And Anunoby about to come back in.
Oh, wow. See how he looks.
Bang that. Yeah, cat.
He wants a call so bad.
He was like.
He's dying for now. Cat needs to get back into the play.
Uh-oh.
Good recovery. But
back to his spot.
Mikhail should not have to do that.
That's on.
Back to his spot. Excuse me.
Fabian says British food is just weird. They eat like sausages for breakfast. I mean, what? I mean, sausage for breakfast isn't a bad thing.
Well, I think it's a different kind.
It is a different kind of sausage.
Yeah, because we do that, but I think it's a little different because they look different.
Yep,
that could have been a charge, and it is.
Is that number 3? Second.
That's his second. Jalen Brown has 2. Cat now has 2. Josh Hart has 2. Everyone else, no foul trouble.
He's just playing so.
Yeah. You got to see that though, Cat. You got to see Derek White standing right there, and these fouls sometimes are killing momentum.
Get this wide ass open. Honestly, he could have given it back to Derek White.
Yeah. He had enough time.
He could have played hot potato, like wide open. Oh,
Cat tried to get the call there.
Come on.
That's a pass. Apparently not.
Ooh. Oh, KP held, and he didn't get called.
Oh, Cat's out of position. That's a foul. That's 3.
Oof.
Derek White, he read that. He read it. He's like, oh, I got the speed advantage.
This is the problem with Cat in these games. Like dumb fouls. Like even though you just got 2, then let him go. Like here, you already lost. You've lost right there. You've lost right there. You got beat on the angle.
Just let him
go.
Just let him go.
Like you lost. You just got a second foul.
He has 3 now, which means
they need you on the floor.
Pressure on Mitchell Robinson.
Yep.
Which means you're opening yourself up to the 30% free throw experience.
They are so lucky that Boston's missing
free throws.
Surprising number of free throws today.
Yep. I think 3 or 4 they've missed.
5.
It's right there. You're beat. You're beat.
And what annoys me is that this has nothing to do with your injury.
No, nothing.
You know what I mean? Like this has nothing to do with that.
It's all here.
It's also here.
Yeah, that too. That too. Now Knicks have to play smaller.
7 for 11 with that make from free throw.
Okay.
So 4.
Knicks have to close this quarter strong, man.
Boston popped off in 90 seconds last time, so we got a while to go still.
This is true. Nice, Mikhail.
Interesting. Mikhail's just getting to a spot. Boston, they kind of want him to almost.
Offensive foul on KP. Wow.
And he's gonna shoot now.
And if he hits that, okay, I'm gonna say.
All right, inconsequential. I think KP might sit soon. OG.
Let's go. Okay, OG. Hamstring looking all right.
I think he made one from that spot earlier.
He did.
Yeah.
Much better game for him than last game.
Already.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay.
Surprised he didn't pass that to. Oh.
Saw that coming.
Spoke too soon.
It's just.
They know what they want, you know? Like, this is why I don't – Boston has not played so far like they did in games 1 and 2, or at least at this point. But we'll see how they are in the second half.
Nice
All
rebound.
right.
Come big three.
Oh, they look good.
Yeah.
God, they needed that.
Mitch. Uh-oh.
Good defense.
Ooh. That on the ground? Mitchell Robinson has 4 rebounds. You didn't take the 5.5 rebounds. Was it 5.5?
I took him 5+ combined with 1-3 made for Miles McBride.
Oh, so you 1 rebound away already.
Yep. Yeah, I took Miles McBride over 5.5 points. That's already happened.
Derek White has no rebounds, but he has 15 points.
The Celtics are all leaving the door open.
They are.
It's Jalen Brown, man. He's just
This is true.
He's an uneasy free throw shooter. Mitchell Robinson.
Oh, why they got to show that?
Why they got to do
He's
that?
not even shooting.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
It's like Tim Tebow passing numbers.
Really, just in case you forgot.
Just in case you forgot, when he goes to the line, he shoots them pretty badly.
He's not the reason they lost last game, though.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Jalen Brown is a career 72.6% free throw shooter. This year was 76.4. That's almost his best.
He didn't shoot that with confidence.
It's a foul on Mitch. I don't think that's a sarcastic cheer, Mike Breen. I think they're trying to.
I think it's sarcastic because they finally called the foul.
I thought they were just being supportive of Mitchell Robinson.
He's not going to the line.
Oh yeah, that was.
If he was going to the line, I think you thought he was going to the line, right? Yeah.
They're not in the bonus yet. Boston is.
Get that board. See, Mitch knows the assignment. He's like, kick that ball back out today.
He's Reggie Evans right now. Oh, good block. Reggie Evans might be a deep cut for some people.
That was a deep cut, but I appreciate it.
I remember being at Nets games where he would get like 4 points and 17 rebounds.
6 on the shot here.
Damn, Tatum's 7 for 10. Everything's short with McHale right now.
Damn.
Oh,
I'm surprised they didn't call that. He got held.
Tatum didn't like that call, but
he didn't like that because that probably should have been a foul on Brunson initially.
What a weird past couple of minutes.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I thought they were going to call that.
Yeah,
but I feel
like that they did it.
I feel like at that point you could just let the play go. I mean, which I suppose they did until Jayson Tatum. So
he held him that. So then it was like, yeah, you can't have that.
Yeah. Everything's short with McHale, so he's probably going to try to get to the. I was going to say get to the rim, but he kind of just gets to like 10 feet and pulls up.
That's free throws for.
Is it for Brunson?
Yeah.
All right, so I think we'll see Mitch get fouled.
No, it's 14 foul. Sorry. Will they hack a Mitch here? Thibodeau was thinking about bringing in. Precious is coming in.
He is. Yeah, now that they're
they know.
They thought that. They know. I like him doing this. Don't give him a chance to even do it and mess up the momentum.
It hurts your rebounding though, so Precious is gonna have to try to get busy on the boards.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch Robinson has been that good on the boards.
He's doing a good job on the glass. Precious rolled and no one saw him.
Could have fake.
Yeah. Well, that's why.
That's the Precious True experience. Damn, he got him.
Oh man,
tough.
Backbreaking.
And see, Mitch might have gotten that rebound.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of the trade-off there. Oh, I thought he could have gotten a goal. Oh, they have a man advantage.
Good
now.
block. The Knicks just can't close these quarters strong, man.
Not until the fourth, but they got to get close enough to do it. Look at that. Oh, he
Oh,
just
man.
He was out
he
jumping.
grabbed his wrist.
Oh my goodness.
That's an offensive. Didn't see that live. But you know, when you're watching a game, like that stuff happens almost like not every possession, like holding in the NFL, but like it happens a lot that goes uncalled. So, but that should have been an offensive. But
bring
Mitch
back.
coming back in. That Precious is True experiment lasted what? 2 possessions? That's two possessions.
That was
he missed the shot and he lost on the glass.
Tibbs was like, nope.
I think if you're Boston, I think they're gonna foul Mitch.
That's why I kind of don't like putting Mitch back in here because
see, Luke Cornett.
He's in just a foul.
Yeah, Luke Cornett might be in just to do it.
Just a foul. I don't like this because this could really kill their momentum.
I don't like that. Yeah,
at the end of the quarter,
which they're struggling to build.
They had it, and it's like you need to close strong. You don't want this to get up to 12 right now. This is stressful.
Where's Mitch?
in the corner.
He's in the corner like he's gonna spot up.
He might do it. We've seen the workout videos.
Look at Cornett. Not worried about Mitch at all. Why is Mitch spacing like that?
And one.
Oh wow.
Oof.
That's a second. There's a sarcastic cheer.
There you go. It's another Bronx cheer.
That is a hell of an outfit.
You can pull that off.
Hell no. I think Candace could pull it off. I can't.
Candace, you pull off the bucket hat? Nah, I'm not a bucket hat person.
Nah.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I could see both of y'all wearing bucket hats.
Why?
What's
I'm
wrong?
offended.
What's wrong with a bucket hat?
I don't do bucket hats.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't.
See?
I had a
wear them at all.
white elephant event.
Yeah.
That's what that's called.
And you got a bucket hat?
A Guyanese one. Because dude,
why would you give out a bucket hat with a
Specific.
flag on it when somebody could wear it and they're not of the culture or the country?
solidarity.
No.
Friend is Guyanese. I got it. There wasn't much left. A couple of the things left.
That's a lazy white elephant gift.
Couple of the things left I can't say because
it sounds like it was a lazy white elephant gift. It's pretty lazy.
No, I just was like, so it's in my closet somewhere.
You haven't even worn it. What a good friend you are.
It's been cold out, up until recently.
All right, wear a bucket hat next watch.
Also, I don't think I could pass for Guyanese. You know what I mean? Like,
no, you cannot.
So I can't but if I go back over there for a party, which I'm sure I will this summer, I'll wear it.
Oh,
goaltend.
Yeah.
you got it late.
Just
Damn.
late. I'll wear it one day. It's a Guyanese bucket hat. There's also a bandana too.
Oh my god.
I have a Puerto Rican flag one somewhere. I want to go to the parade this year, but we'll see.
Hit the glass.
Yeah.
That's what got.
You ever been to the Puerto Rican Day parade, Candace?
Never.
Would you go?
I would go. Yeah. Like growing up, I wanted to go. My parents were like, no, it's too dangerous. I'm like, isn't it just like sitting and watching?
Nah.
Floats?
It could be dangerous. I don't feel like it is. But there was an incident in the Chicago one not that long ago, but that was a few years ago. That was different.
Oh. Why?
Right.
Why would you make that pass? Why? What was Mr. Robinson going to do with it there?
Fair. Closing these quarters, very,
Terrible.
very, very essential. Josh Hart almost fouled him there. Oh, boy.
that's in. Oh.
2-for-1 opportunity. To be fair, from this camera angle,
It looked
it looked the same as the others.
I was going to left his hand. You were not alone.
It looked
you
the
were
same
not
as the
alone on
others.
that.
Oh, it's over.
You were not alone on that one.
Quick 2 or 3.
Damn,
Not-
they
well,
missed
not
their
quick,
last
but-
8 field goal attempts, yo.
I was just thinking. I don't remember the last time the Knicks scored a bucket.
Damn, son. It's crazy. Look at Josh Hart. Al's going to be matched up with Brunson now. Oh! Al doesn't think he touched him.
You probably did it.
He did not.
No.
Yeah.
He gave him a little bump with the leg. The leg is maybe what got him.
Brunson kind of just tripped, but I mean, he's gonna shoot free throws.
So the best Knicks can do is be down 11.
Isn't this the closest they've been?
No, they've had it down to 5 in this quarter.
No, not in this game. The series at halftime.
Oh,
I think this is the closest they've been at halftime.
I think
it would be.
So,
I think you're right about that.
All right, they're getting better. That's good.
They've had one or two of their best runs, non-fourth quarter runs in the entire series in this game.
Look, Cat needs to wake the hell up, man.
Yeah, no.
He needs to wake up and stop with the stupid fouls.
His offense hasn't been great either.
No.
All right. 8 seconds to generate a good look. Why is Jalen Brown walking up the court? That's why.
No, try to sell the foul. All right, so at halftime, 62-51. That's the lead for the Celtics over the Knicks. Knicks did not get out to the start that I want to. Now, in game 2, they were also down 11. So this ties the closest first half that they had. So we'll see. Hopefully it's better in the second half. They don't rain as many threes. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. We're going to stretch our legs, step aside. We'll be back with the second half. Dexter Henry, Bryan, Fonseca, Candace, Pedraza. Hopefully it'll be better second half. We'll see if the Knicks can win. And actually, I was wrong about game 2. Game 2 was 9, not 11. 9 points. So this is the second closest.
So improvement from last game.
Improvement from last game.
Not quite from game
where it felt like it was over at the half. We'll see. Knicks fans, let us know in the chat how you're feeling. If you are still keeping the faith, you're still feeling good. We'll be back with you after this halftime break. We are back for the second half. Knicks 62-51. They trailed after 2 quarters of play. Celtics with the ball here. Not a good start.
Turnstile.
Jalen Brown. You said turnstile?
Yeah.
It literally was
It
turnstile
looked like
defense.
it.
Also, guess who was caught out of position on that Derek White 3 that almost went in? Karl Anthony Towns. He had the Jalen Brown created the mismatch on Cat right away, generated a 3-point look.
Take the 3.
No, literally take the 3.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
That
this pass around the Rosie.
hesitation turned into a Josh Hart open 3, and that's not what
Jesus
anyone
Christ.
wants.
I don't
Take
think
the 3.
Cat again. Jeez, Cat's working
They're-
hard today, huh?
They are.
Oh, that's too easy.
Working hard or hardly working.
Good stuff.
Good help from Mikal. OG picked them up too, so
Mhm.
they were able to cover for Cat there. Ooh.
Saw something.
Get it to Cat. Get it to Cat.
Mismatch.
What's Drew gonna do?
And 1. Let's go, Cat.
Finally.
Finally.
I will say there were a few questionable non-calls in the first half
Yeah.
on him, but
But I like that he was decisive and he went right to the double team. He
Mhm.
made Drew Holiday have to do something there. I love that. He's like, finally.
Drew got caught. I actually thought Drew was gonna try to draw the offensive foul.
yeah,
He was trying to.
him spinning, I think, out of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, he didn't like sell it though. If you're Drew, you gotta
You gotta do the Josh Hart.
I think we just did the same thing.
I hope this
That's
can
the
get Josh Hart going.
go-to.
Not
Okay.
good.
We want to repeat any of that?
No, I was listening. We were trying to listen to Lisa Salters, who said Jalen Brunson re-aggravated his ankle injury at the half, but didn't get any treatment. He's supposedly fine. So I didn't even notice he had rolled his ankle.
Let's
Here we
see.
see it. Oh, this was on display.
Oh, when he fell.
When he
Oh.
fell.
Oh,
Okay.
Didn't notice that.
makes a little more sense as to why he fell.
Good pass.
So Brunson
Good stuff.
rolls it in the fourth, comes back with a new ankle, and then they end up coming back and winning. Is that what's gonna happen?
That's the script.
That sounds like a good script. For somebody who hates movies, that sounds great. Sounds great. Sounds great. Up.
That's not gonna do it.
Well, he found his spot from the other side of the court.
He's too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Terrence Lewis in the chat says, just imagine New York can come back for the 3rd time. We can only hope. No stupid
You gotta
fouls.
stay close enough in order to do it. You gotta
Yeah.
defend too.
Oh, good steal.
Good stuff.
Wow.
Not, not a foul.
Oh, I thought he got it back for a sec. Oh, wow.
God.
Yo, Tatum is on it today, man.
Oh.
He's on defense too. I agree with you there.
Yeah. First time out for the
God,
Knicks.
Josh Hart's pitched. So is Tibbs. God damn it.
You saw that,
God
right?
damn it.
Oh.
God, he was pissed.
Tibbs is top 5 coach in facial expressions in the NBA. Honestly.
I mean, that's on Cat. These are momentum killers.
Yeah.
They get a little bit going, and then
You get it to 9, now it's 14, then later you get it to 6, and then it's 12. What could you say? Like,
Nothing.
you can't say. I mean, I got to pull up turnovers here, because in turnovers, the Celtics have 8, Knicks have 9. So it's pretty even.
Yeah.
It's pretty even here. Knicks still shooting 7-22 from downtown, 45% from the field. They are winning the rebounding battle. It's all tied at 22 now. So,
Okay.
They're
it's
winning the offensive rebound battle.
The offensive rebound battle is 5 for the Celtics,
8 for the
and
Knicks.
8 for the Knicks.
Mitch has 4. Cat has 3.
Yeah, he's not been bad on
Which-
the glass.
Yeah, but he doesn't always do it on offense.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
That's very
That's the
true.
thing. Any takeaways from this early third quarter run?
Jayson Tatum was playing great.
Yeah, he's locked in. Jayson Tatum looks amazing. I still feel like the Knicks could win this game, but it's just a matter of Cat not doing
Cat
what
things.
he's doing. Like this is just so many avoidable mistakes with him, and I think that's what's most frustrating.
It's crazy that he leads the team in scoring. So people might just look and be like, "Oh, he has 15 points. It's 7 of 10." But like, they keep going at him. They keep getting the switches against him. And from a defensive standpoint,
it's terrible.
It's either Cat is left out on an island. It's funny. Usually they overhelp, and then there's another shooter open. But a lot of times today, they're like, "Cat, you got it. Don't worry about it."
Right.
And then they generate the 3-point shot anyway because they're doing it off the dribble. And Cat, to his credit, he's made a couple of defensive stops on Jaylen Brown in particular.
He's also not helping them in like winning possessions, right? He's got 4 of the team's 9 turnovers.
Yeah, even though he has 3 offensive rebounds, but he's canceling them out. Is your point? Yeah.
Gotta hate pickleball.
Yeah, I don't like that either. They're like allegedly replacing, putting it on courts or whatever.
Ugh.
This man will be discussed for every team who loses early in the playoffs.
What do you think about the Kevin Durant to Knicks rumors or Knicks fans who want that? Are you in the camp of wanting Kevin Durant?
I mean, I love Kevin Durant. It depends on what they're giving up for Kevin Durant.
It's going to take probably like
you're losing one
OG.
of Wingstop at least.
Yeah, you're losing one of Wingstop.
I wouldn't get
OG.
I would
and Mitch is probably what it takes with picks.
I'd rather keep OG than Mikhail if I had to be honest at this point. Like in terms of choosing between Wingstop, but I don't know. Kevin Durant also injury prone at this point in his career.
36 going on 37
whereas
years
Mikhail
old.
is literally like known for being super healthy every single season. That is just terrible.
How, Cat?
You don't
God,
see
that was
that
a
coming.
Zach Wilson like pass.
I know Josh Hart was pissed.
See, Tatum recognizes, wow, I have Brunson and Cat on the perimeter. I can shoot on one of these guys. What is that celebration? Do you know what
That's
that
his
is?
3-pointer.
That's when he did. I don't feel like he always did that.
I never seen that till tonight. You don't like
He's
it?
been doing it in the playoffs.
Oh, I haven't recognized.
He may have been doing it in the regular season too. I just haven't noticed it until recently.
Well, if they don't give you that much space, you'll take it.
Yeah.
If you're Brunson.
Brunson hasn't had a lot of shots in rhythm today, so that's as open as he's been all night.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been fine. 5 of 10, 16 points.
Yeah, but it's been like 16 hard points.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh man.
Cat again.
Brunson.
Now Brunson. Okay. He wants to dance, guard screen with Derek White. He slips.
Good job by Mikhail to come over and help.
Why did Boston do that? They had.
I know. I know. That I thought I was gonna get tipped in by Cat.
There we go. Brunson coming alive. Cat looked like he's gonna tip it in the other basket. Candace was ready to explode here.
Cat again. Jesus Christ.
They're gonna hunt it. This is what the playoffs is, though. Guys are gonna, and he's taking it from deep. Oh, I thought that was
good too.
That looked good.
Here comes a run.
Josh Hart's like, I'm not passing to Cat. Oh, that's a big foul. Oh, his ankle.
All right.
Oh,
he's gonna get up.
Yeah, he's fine.
Maybe. 3 on Jaylen Brown, who again, I don't know if that's a great thing.
They're looking at it. We will take the flagrant foul.
Flagrant.
It might. Well, if it's in the landing space, right?
Yeah.
Or he can't land.
But how
safely.
flagrant?
Yeah.
That's not flagrant.
That can't be a flagrant foul.
He wasn't right under him. Like,
if he was in there, it was like when he get under you, then I'd be like, that's flagrant.
I think that's what they're looking for.
It's definitely like in his space.
Yeah, in the space.
But not.
Yeah.
Egregious.
And it's gonna look bad on slow motion because it's slow motion.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
look, he's trying to do a good contest. He's looking away.
Yeah, he's not looking down.
Yeah,
and being like,
What is PJ Tucker
Okay.
saying right here? That's what I want to know. What is PJ Tucker? What was he yelling about right there?
We need a mic'd up.
He has
We
a
need a
title,
mic
does
up.
he not? Yeah, he was with the Bucks.
He's got a title, yeah. He's got a title.
He's got many
He
other
knows what
deep.
he's talking about.
He's got other deep playoff runs too. Heat, Rockets.
Here we go.
Wow. I'm telling you,
Because they
Scott
didn't allow him to
Foster-
land. Flagrant foul, really?
Wow,
That's
this is
surprising.
huge for the Knicks. You got to hit these free throws.
Yeah. Oof. I guess, but
Listen, the benefits of Knicks, and I'm happy to see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like,
I hate.
that's not a flagrant foul.
Yeah, it feels.
I think you kind of know it when you see it too, even on the replays. That didn't feel flagrant at all.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, but usually they don't call that a flagrant. They just call that a foul.
Yeah, I was like, you did. The Knicks need, they need all these free throws,
Mm-hmm.
all these free throws, and a stop.
They get possession, right? Or no?
Yes.
Okay.
So he gets 4 free throws here.
Nice.
Oh, 3 in possession. Sorry. What? You don't get one for the flagrant?
Where I was gonna say.
No, you just get 3 in the ball.
Oof.
You need it.
Yeah, they got 2. You get possession too. Now you could cut it to 4 or 5.
Well, look, I think we do have to say at least the Knicks haven't let this get up to like 15 to 20 in that range. They've kept it close, but they just haven't been able to get over this hump. Okay, Mikal.
Take it. All right.
What's Mikal got? Mikel's cooking.
This has been an interesting game. It's been the most competitive of the games so far
It
in,
is.
in
Mikel's
terms of
got
like the
13.
first 3 quarters.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Come on.
6 of 8. He's gonna get over the points and rebounds on just the points. Jesus. Oh, he has 23. Oh, recashed.
Derek White. I've had enough of him.
Let's see.
Good pass.
Oh, Josh has to catch that.
Come on. Big rebound.
Tough.
Oh.
Oh, yo, Tatum is.
He's had a great
He's
defensive
on
game.
it defensively, man.
Jesus.
Wild. Every time they get to 5, they just
Yeah,
start pouring
5 is
on
that.
again.
They just can't get
Can't get
past
over
it.
the hump.
He's doing star shit. Like when they cut the lead, he makes a play in the passing lanes. He's doing the Ed Reed. It's crazy.
Whew, that's a tough finish.
Sorry to use a Ravens reference.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Be okay. Ed Reed is one of the great safeties of all time.
Once a Jet, also
I forgot about that.
had a few interceptions that year. I think 2 in 1 game. Look at me remembering shit.
That was
Remembering
great
your trauma.
defense.
Okay, good
Oh,
rebound,
Excellent,
Cat.
excellent defense from Josh Hart.
This is another big. I thought Cat was
Oh
going to
no.
pull. All the way.
Come
Let's
on.
go, Cat. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
6-point game.
Okay, Cat. Nobody want to say anything about that?
No.
I will say this: the Knicks. This is what people say the Knicks aren't playing tough. This is toughness. They're not giving up this game, and they know if they can keep it close. Don't hurt that finger now. They gotta keep it close.
I like that take from
Yeah.
him. That was great.
I did. I like that. From Cats played good in the second. He played much better in the third quarter. Well, offensively, not
He
defensively.
did get that big rebound to start up that last
Shot.
possession.
Mm-hmm.
What movie is this?
F1.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Are you into F1?
No.
Okay.
I can
said
have
no.
never can
I
never
don't
get into
feel.
racing.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
as like a
everyone got
sport.
hype about it because I think Netflix.
no,
Yeah.
that which is fantastic. I've watched some of that. I need to get back into it.
I haven't seen it.
What's the Netflix show, Nikolai? Drive to
Drive to Survive.
Fantastic. Really well done.
like
There's one
great
on
shooting.
golfers. There's one on like the. I've heard the quarterback one is good. Actually, I haven't seen it.
I started watching the quarterback one, and I was just like, nah, I'm good.
Who's in that?
It probably because it started off with Kirk Cousins. That didn't
Okay,
help.
yeah.
I think that's like they started off a little Patrick Mahomes, and it went to Kirk Cousins, and I was just like, yeah, I'm good.
It was like
I'm all right on this.
Derek Carr was
Jared
in there too.
Yeah, I forgot who else was in it. It was in the. I watched. I didn't watch the wide
happy
receiver
retirement,
ones.
Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but Saints fans hated him. So
They did.
But F1 is cool. I can get down with F1 more than I can with NASCAR.
yeah, that I get that.
I can see that.
I can't do.
Mhm.
It's more international, but
Yeah,
at the
I can't
same
do
at the
NASCAR.
same time, racing's not for me.
Yeah.
Same.
Racing game might be a little different. Races in GTA are the shit.
Yeah. Here we go.
I used to play Need for Speed a little bit when I had a PSP, but
Oh, Need for Speed.
yeah,
Need
but
for
I
Speed.
didn't know what the hell I was doing.
The PSP was awesome.
I heard Gran Turismo was good.
It's good.
Never,
Good games.
I've never played it. They had a really good looking one for the PlayStation.
Did you have a steering wheel?
At one point, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I feel like if you got to do the racing game, you got to get the steering wheel.
So I had one for when I played. I did have a NASCAR game before that was pretty good. 06, 05 or 06?
Were they out here putting Confederate flags up in the game?
No. Well, I was 11.
It wouldn't shock me.
I was 11, so I didn't know. I didn't remember. I
No,
don't
you
remember.
should have known.
I don't remember. All I know is in the story mode. Was there a story mode? You start off in a street race against Ryan Newman of all people, and then you sort
Your
of.
story modes. Where's the street? In what street?
This is like NASCAR
Nikolai
05.
says this is 05.
05. Yo, Nick, yo,
Nikolai's a NASCAR junkie.
me and Nikolai are here. Bro.
Yeah,
You know?
Nikolai, you can tell me this. Yes. Do you play GTA? Of course you do. Of
Yeah.
course.
06 was total team control, right, Nikolai?
Wrestling, GTA.
06 NASCAR 06 was total team control, where you had the teams, and then you had to like draft and stuff, and you could like both finish in the top 2 in the Daytona 500.
So you start. I'm sorry. I want to get back to the story mode. You start out with a street race, and these are the streets of where?
In the game, it's technically New York, I think.
Why would anybody be doing NASCAR races in the streets of New York?
Well, I mean,
That is very unrealistic for NASCAR.
yeah, but it's also a video game in 05 when we actually had imagination and we weren't doing shit like my team.
They probably had Confederate flags up in that game. They probably did. I'm believing at that.
It's a good game though. That NASCAR.
None of y'all are
is
saying I'm
decent.
wrong, though. Nobody's saying I'm wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, none of y'all saying that I'm wrong.
NASCAR had a decent run of games back then.
NASCAR is gonna be NASCAR. That's
That's-
all I'm saying. Good defense.
Better-
Oh my
Better
God.
shot
tough
making,
shot.
man.
I agree though. That was well defended.
Mhm.
You want them taking
But I
those
still
shots.
fine if he takes
Yeah.
that shot. God, Tatum's having this is what stars do in big games.
Yeah, and we were saying we haven't really gotten the Tatum game
Ooh,
definitively.
Brunson off the good head fake. Woo! That's
Speaking
what
of
stars do
stars.
too.
If Tatum and Brunson go bar for bar,
Oh, this will be a
Oh, I'm here
classic.
for that. 12
Classic.
points in the quarter for Brunson.
jeez, he's gonna get his
He's
over.
locking in, yeah.
It's 27 and a half. Oh boy,
Mhm.
he had a butt naked lane to the rim.
Pass.
Okay.
That's good. Oh, a little short. Man. I'm fine with him taking that.
My
Mhm.
coach used to tell me front of the rim is good. So
Good steal. Nice, Bridges.
Lazy
Watch your
pass.
back, watch your back, watch your back. He's out.
ooh,
All right.
Pritchard, little shit. As I've
There's
been
always
calling
one.
him.
There's always one little
There's
shit.
always one. Against the Knicks, literally always.
TJ McConnell,
Yeah,
Peyton
exactly.
Pritchard,
Yeah, if the Knicks,
Dennis Schroeder.
if the
Dennis
Knicks,
Schroeder.
if the Knicks get to the Eastern Conference Finals, TJ McConnell's he's gonna be the one that.
I like that
Ooh,
shot from
I
him.
like-
There you go.
They got to run more stuff like that for Cat. I
Mhm.
like that. I love to see him get open for some more threes. So I like that.
And that's the thing. I feel like if he's more involved in that way, he'll be more engaged. Not to say like they need to build it around him to make him engaged.
Yeah.
It's the postseason,
Offensive foul.
but
It should have been because KP was never set when he was setting that
No,
screen.
he wasn't. That's
But-
why I thought that. Look. He's still moving. He's turning. The whole. What are
That's-
you talking about?
absolutely wild.
They're gonna.
Right.
George said, "Looks
You
like
know,
he's in the line
literally.
of scrimmage."
That should have been an offensive because he was never set. And then once OG pushes him down, they're going to call that, obviously, because of the contact. But KP was never set when he was setting that screen at all.
One thing I'll say is I think the Knicks' defensive intensity has been good for the most part.
In this quarter,
In
yeah.
this quarter, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Ooh. Good recovery.
Oh,
Jesus
my God.
Christ.
He's on one. Yeah, no.
Yo. You're going to blow for blow, Bryan.
Yeah,
Come
no.
on, OG. Good rebound, Brunson. Woo! That's a tough man's layup.
What a fun
Woo!
quarter.
Woo!
What a great quarter.
Nah, this quarter's been fun.
What a great back and forth quarter.
Need to stop. That would be beautiful. Oof.
Oh, he's pulling up.
On Cat.
Look at Tibbs. He's like, "Where's the foul?"
Oh, he almost made that too.
God, the thing, Tatum's is such a zone. It's just they're rimming out when they go attack Josh. Thank you. Josh Hart was about to go crazy if they didn't get that call.
There you go.
His face, yo.
I like the energy.
He makes the funniest faces on the team.
He's both never committed a
Oh,
foul.
wow.
And is incredulous if you call the foul
And
too late.
he has only ever been fouled.
Yes, yes, yes. That is him.
Two extremes.
That is him. You're right about that.
How we feeling in the chat, people? Knicks now back within 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here
hit
comes
your
Al
free throws.
Horford.
No Mitch yet this quarter.
I like that because Cat honestly hasn't been atrocious the last couple of minutes.
Should have took Josh Hart's rebounds plus assists instead.
We just had an article come up on New York Post Sports that says Timothy Chalamet suffered through the dark days for this Knicks playoff moment.
All the Knicks fans have. Like,
It's not just him.
Not just him. Thanks. He was a Knicks fan that suffered through dark days. Okay.
Jaylen Brown has 4. That's why Al Horford's in. Again, not sure that's a negative for Boston.
Because you think Jaylen Brown.
I don't know if
shoots out
Jaylen
the
Brown's
man.
had a good game, even though he has 16. Like, I don't feel like he's been great. And I think if you're the Knicks, you want him taking dumb shots out there.
That's good
Good
as defense is.
Yeah.
And you know what that was? Josh Hart was leaning on him. Come on, Bridges.
See, Mikal
Get
had
that board.
Mikal had a lane though.
Good.
Tatum was in that passing lane. He cut off the pass from OG to kick out to another 3 for Mikal.
Got him. Woo!
Come on.
all right. MSG turning up. How you feeling? You look stressed.
Whew. This is a lot. Oh my god. Oh,
Oh man.
Look at the oh, they're not gonna show the oh yeah.
this guy with his hands like
look
this.
at the
is me.
footwork, man.
That's great footwork.
That was beautiful.
Got him. Nice.
Yeah.
2-point game.
Ooh.
All right. Fabian Hudek says, good. The game is so exciting. Hitting 4 a.m. soon. I'm getting tired. Fabian, what I want to know from you out in Austria is, do you have to work in the morning?
I was gonna ask.
That's what I want to know.
Key
Do you
question.
have to work in the morning? Because if you're staying up till 4 a.m. to watch this and you got to work,
They better win.
salute. They better. They need to win for you, my friend. They
on
need
a
to win for you
weekday. On a weekday at that.
on a weekday. Maybe take the day off tomorrow.
That would be smart.
Don't worry, Fabian. We won't tell anybody. Something tells me your boss is probably not watching this. How you feeling?
I feel good. But I feel like they just need to keep doing exactly what they're doing, which is pushing it every single time they get a rebound.
So I feel kind of good because you know what? We haven't seen them close these quarters well. I need to see if they close this quarter well into the fourth and go into with the lead, then I'm feeling a lot better.
Out of this
Feeling
timeout,
kinda
especially.
good.
Yeah. That'll be a good game too.
Yeah, this game's good. Are you rooting for the Timberwolves?
I am. Yeah,
I'm
you
not.
know?
No, why you guys get hit? You know why? I can tell. I know why he's not rooting for the Timberwolves. I know why. He hates Rudy Gobert.
Oh, that's
I do
valid.
not want to see Rudy Gobert
That
in
is
the NBA
super
finals,
fair. I
bro.
also hate Rudy
You don't
Gobert,
want a
so I get
Timberwolves
it.
next finals? That's what I want to see. A Timberwolves next finals.
No,
Okay, they got
I don't want to see Rudy Gobert in the final. I'll see Julius Randle in the finals because the comedy will be great.
Damn. You were not Jayson Tatum, sir. You were not Jayson Tatum. Wait, what?
Earlier he was. 3 on Hart.
How is that not on?
I saw like nothing that Hart did there.
I would love to see that again. I'm with Hart on this.
Oh, well.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. You know what? We can't trust Hart's face when he gets called for the
No, you
He's
foul.
can't. You
convincing.
can't. He's always perplexed.
Oh no, can't do that. Okay.
Get that board. Get that board. Good
Look
rebound,
at,
Brunson.
look at Brunson.
2 good rebounds. Great rebounds for Brunson this quarter.
All
It's
right.
one thing to get back. Can you take the lead?
Or tie.
Lou Cornette.
Here we go. Get that.
They're right there. They're right there from taking the lead.
Oof.
Oh, Fabian says, I actually have a night shift till 6 a.m. This is what got me into NBA because this is the only thing to watch in the night. Yo,
Oh, that's fire.
Smart.
my man is out here watching it work. We appreciate you. Watching it work. Not bad.
All right. Here we go. Final 100 seconds.
Which haven't been kind to the Knicks.
Now they're
Airball.
taking dumb shots.
Oh no.
Good rebound.
Now Boston's starting
Knicks
to
have
do
been
their
good.
dumb
Knicks have been
shot
good
shit.
on the glass too. I agree.
Oof. Ooh. If Peyton Pritchard is paying attention.
They have fake. And one. Oh, why couldn't you call it? You could have called it.
He didn't shoot it quick enough.
Called it.
He didn't shoot it quick
I don't
enough.
know why my voice went like that. I have no idea.
Larry Johnson, put him on camera. See what he thinks about this. Yeah, no chance.
Yeah, didn't have it together.
I had a feeling he was gonna make it too. I was
It
like,
would
watch
be
him
the
make,
most absurd.
like watch him
shot
make this
attempt.
one.
All right.
I just wanted them to close this quarter strong, man.
I think it looks like they're going to. He wants to take that shot. There it is.
Got him! Got him! Got
Come
him!
on.
We're tied.
He's so good. Oh,
Oh,
Cat.
man, he had
Oh
Cat
my
on skates.
god.
What
God,
was
he had
that?
Yo. He had Cat on skates. Oh, man, backward skates.
Cat put his hands up. He didn't know what to do. Is Tatum hurt? What happened?
His wrist?
Let's see, he landed on his
He hurt
wrist.
that in the Orlando Magic series.
Okay.
I think that's why he missed the game, actually, in that series. Look at Cat. Look.
Yeah.
He said, whoops.
Oh, yeah, Hart got him.
Got him.
Let me see. Did he?
Oh, my God, Cat.
Mm.
At least Cat didn't fall. That's what I'll say. At least he didn't fall.
That was like cartoon.
Yeah, cue up
Level
the Benny
defending.
Hill music.
Oh, okay. That's why he was covering his wrist, because he had to break his fall with the wrist. "34th 30-point career playoff game." That's absurd.
Yeah,
It's a lot of 30-point career playoff games.
played a lot of playoff games this career.
Yeah. His first year, they were in Game 7 of the conference finals,
Yep.
you know, without Kyrie.
Josh.
Who has the ball?
Derek White traveled.
Oh,
He traveled?
Yeah.
Wow.
that was great defense.
Derek White's
He cannot
face.
believe it.
Yo, y'all NBA players make some funny ass faces.
Look, one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he traveled.
Or stepped out or something.
Either way.
Yeah, he did
Either way.
something. Yeah.
Either way, it's a turnover.
Yeah. Here comes
Knicks
Drew.
lose.
Here comes some defense.
Man, I just feel like the Knicks, if the Knicks could take this lead and go in the fourth, the crowd is going to be nuts. They need it. They need it.
Mm-hmm.
And Boston, like, I don't feel like they're getting a lot besides Tatum this quarter. So that's something to watch. Ooh.
All day. There we go. Knicks have the lead.
That's what I'm talking about. All right.
See, today we should have did largest comeback bets.
Yeah, we should have. Joe Delura, if you're out there, today was the day for you.
Oof, the garden's loud.
Yep.
This is the best game so far in the series.
Looking to cook.
He's missing
that
them
board.
now.
Oh, that was a great
Push,
rebound.
push, 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 push.
You ain't got to tell Josh Hart twice.
That is a big bucket by Josh Hart.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
3-point lead. Here's little shit.
He be making those sometimes.
Oh, man.
That's a big finish.
Come on.
The Knicks coming back and taking lead. Look at Stephon Marbury. Woo!
That's a
This is-
big.
Let's
You know-
just call it over.
I know, right? But we got another quarter to play.
We're done.
Would you be out here in the fan plaza? Would you do that? The fan plaza?
I don't really. I don't like enjoy
Super packed crowds.
crowds like that. No.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't really like going out to like bars or anything to watch the games either. I'd rather do stuff like this because I would be doing this at home.
I feel that's what we're
Yeah.
trying. That's
You
the
know?
experience we were trying to create.
Exactly.
Now here's the thing. There's an argument. I know the Knicks had great fourth quarters in games 1 and game 2.
Mhm.
That might have been their best quarter of the series.
I agree.
Probably. Yeah.
I know
Because
it
they had
matters
everything.
more, but it's like, God, they were so good on the defensive glass.
It's
Mhm.
funny because like
Tatum was the only person that went off for Boston.
it's funny because it feels like some of those fourth quarters in a way where they slowly just methodically just get their lead and Boston is starting to like offensively they're not getting the clean looks.
Exactly.
Tatum is settling, other guys are settling, and it's trended in that way. But we usually when that happens in the series, the game just ends.
Yes.
So now Boston has a chance to respond, and it's like, all right, can the Knicks counter their counter? Can the Knicks keep them off now? Now it's the Knicks playing from ahead. We talked about they haven't gotten off to a good first quarter. Well, this is the first time they have a lead going into the fourth.
First time.
You know, so it's like, all right, now you have to hold the lead, and Boston has the pressure because for Boston, like we were talking about, this could be the series for the Knicks. This obviously, could be the series for Boston too because it's 3-1. And granted, you're going back to Boston, but I mean, you're going to put yourself in a position where you have to win 3 straight games against a good team.
It's tough. This is why I think this is so big for the Knicks, Candace. And we always saying
Mhm.
that this is such a must win. I think Tom Thibodeau coached it like it's a must win. There were no subs in that quarter, guys. He didn't sub once in that quarter.
Will that come back to bite them?
That's
Oh,
one of my
man.
concerns. Now, once Brunson usually sits at the end of the quarter, well, a minute or so to go. Is he going to rest him here to start the fourth like he does? Brunson usually doesn't come in till about the 8-minute mark. Does he do that?
I'd like to see it rest.
Yeah, but okay. But here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to see campaign?
No, I don't. I don't want to see campaign. The only person I would sub in right now
Deuce?
is Deuce, of course,
Mitch?
and then Mitch. And that's it. That is it. That's the rotation right now that you could trust because campaign's gonna feel like it's campaign time.
Yes. It's
Um,
always campaign time where he's on the floor.
Precious
it's
has
my
like
time.
nothing. He offers nothing in this matchup. And then Landry Shamet, I don't even know if he's on the team anymore
He's
at
there.
this point.
I
He
wouldn't
is
have
just
minded
there.
giving Landry Shamet some minutes in the first
No.
half. Just say no. Somebody asked me that yesterday on the show, and I don't remember who it was. I think it was John Smelk was on me. He was like, "Yo," and I was like, maybe for 3 to 4 minutes. Can he be worse than campaign?
Yes.
I see. I disagree.
He can.
I strongly disagree.
I don't know if he will, but he
I-
can.
He could be. And
You know,
it's kind of like
campaign will at least bring energy.
exactly. Like he gives the Evan Fournier.
He might bring too much energy.
Wait, you
Like,
said campaign gives Evan Fournier vibes?
No, Landry
Oh, Landry
Shamet.
Shamet
gives
Absolutely. Because it's just like if you're not hitting your shots, like what do you do? Like,
Yeah.
What is going on
yeah.
in terms of your
And I know
role
what you're gonna
with the
say.
team?
You're gonna say it's the same for campaign, but it's like
No. Because campaign gives you some effort on defense, even though he's smaller. That I'll say, because I do agree with Candace's points there. She is right about that. If campaign's not hitting, excuse me, I keep saying campaign. If Landry Shamet's not hitting the shots,
Then
what you there for?
yeah,
Like,
you know.
I-
Okay,
I-
so we have
I don't think it's
Deucin.
crazy.
He did sub Deucin for
And Mitch is in for Cat.
for Brunson.
Woo!
Kel going
oh
right
double
now.
big.
Wait, is Cat in there?
He's in there,
Oh.
so it's double big. Brunson's resting.
No
Nick-
Tatum for Boston. We have Cornette, Horford in there for them.
And
Pritchard,
OG
Derek
Singh.
White, Jalen Brown. Oh boy.
Oh, I
Nick
like.
Federico asks, can we finish this now?
This is a big run for the Knicks because I think
I
you
like
should
that.
take advantage
You
of
have
this
to.
lineup.
Oh, that could have been a steal.
I'm telling you, Jalen Brown's not having a good game.
Block that. Block.
He didn't travel, I guess.
I guess not. He somehow moved by himself.
Look at Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny's laughing.
He be going to the games in Puerto Rico.
How's that not a travel? He just hopped.
I guess
he
he-
really
I-
bunny hopped after that.
I guess he jump stopped. I guess.
I don't love that. Oh
He-
well, from that angle.
Yeah, Mitch kind of like
kind of hopped.
Fabian
over
says this is the most important quarter now. Celtics won't come back from 3-1 down. Well, I mean, yeah,
might not. But they 3-1 is harder to come back from than 2-2. So
definitely.
I don't like this lineup for Boston. I really think the Knicks have to take advantage here.
Totally.
I agree.
Like I don't like the Jalen Brown is the leader lineup.
Ooh.
Not ideal.
Oh, he's got the heating pad on the wrist.
You know, I was wondering after that happened, he missed like 2 threes.
Shots, yeah.
Yeah,
that
he
he had
threes.
been making.
Mm-hmm. You wonder how much that was impacting him.
Mm.
But I don't want to say anything, so I'm like,
You was trying to jinx anything.
That too.
I hear you.
I don't want to doubt him, but
I'm with you, Brian, that the Knicks have to win these minutes.
Have to.
I think this is a big time for Mikal.
You have to have a bigger lead than 3 when Tatum gets back, even if he's hurt.
Mikal. Bridges!
No, he's cooking.
Is this the legendary Bridges? Did you say legacy?
Legacy Bridges game.
Legacy Bridges game. I had the wrong L word there.
Look at their offense.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No.
That could have been and 1 too, because Towns got caught up.
Yeah. They see Towns, they're just attacking the rim.
Yeah.
That's what they should have been doing in games 1 and 2, but they didn't.
Same action for Bridges here
on Cornette, who could defend, but
not comes to help.
Not guards. Ooh, good pass.
Good pass. Come on, Mitch.
Don't love that shot from Josh Hart there.
I wish he just went straight up instead of faded back.
That's what.
That's
what
off
I mean.
Brown. That's off Brown. Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Okay, this is what I got. I gotta agree with Josh Hart. I gotta agree with him. He's not wrong on this.
Hold on, we gotta see the slow motion because he's fooled us before.
You're right, but I thought I want to say challenge this. No,
I don't think it's a charge. I think it's a play on. Honestly,
bro, it's a charge. No, I'm challenging that. I would challenge.
I think that should just be out on Jalen Brown. But I mean,
I would agree with that. I could have not called it, but
yeah, but they called this, so like that can't.
Yeah, I think they're challenging it.
Yeah.
All right, how's everybody feeling? I think that call. You know, I thought it was out on Jalen Brown. That was my initial.
Yeah,
call.
that's what it should have been.
But
I don't think every collision needs to be called, but I think that one gets reversed. I'd be a little surprised.
I think it does get reversed because that would also be 5 on Hart. So that's kind of a big call.
Yeah.
Kind of a big call here. That'd be 5 on him.
And he's one of those guys that can win you a game with the key rebound,
Yep.
key stop.
Knicks need him. He's been pretty solid in this game. He hasn't scored a lot. I'm looking at his numbers here. Josh Hart, 6 points, 8 boards, 5 assists. So he's been fine.
6 points, huh? Nowhere near his over-under.
Look, the Knicks have 50 from their start. They're all-stars. So Mikal Bridges starting to heat up with 17. Look, the other guys that have come to play need to play. I just still think they need – I don't know who that person is, but they need one more boost. They're like
they need like an OG corner 3 or 2.
Yeah, a little run from OG, a little Miles McBride in the minutes he has here. I think if he can hit some shots, will be huge. But I'm still with you, Brian. They got to win these minutes with this lineup that Boston has on the floor because you know Tatum's coming back in and he's going to look to cook Cat. Nobody cooks Cat, but being like Cat.
Can't say that joke.
Nope. Just let it be. Let it be.
I think you know where I'm going.
I knew where you were going. Yeah, just let it be. Just let it be.
Depends on what you believe.
Hopefully the Knicks win this challenge.
Oh, man. All right.
Ryan says refs been booty cheeks all night.
It's funny. I have a lot more confidence in the Knicks to finish this out because their offensive process has been cleaner this half.
Oh, yeah. It has. Hart. This call on Hart is going to be huge, though. They need him.
And Boston's not generating the clean looks that they were before.
Yeah. Knicks defense is tighter.
Yeah, they're doing a better job of just being active.
Mm-hmm. very active hands. I feel like that's like the Deuce effect too, where especially against this like second unit of Boston, like Deuce can cook. And Mikal. He's all over the place.
Mikal's making some key shots. He's waking up offensively. He's still not getting to the free throw line, but you know, that's not what he does this year. So it is what it is.
Let's see. Oh boy.
This guy. Oh my God. Draymond Green. Stay on the court.
Who's he gonna fight tonight?
I don't know. He doesn't go at Ant.
Unsuccessful.
I mean, I guess technically that's true, but it's still, again, this is why it should have just been a out of bounds, like a regular ass play.
So now you got the double big lineup. Cat to come back in earlier. Come on, OG. OG got held. Clear path. Jalen Brown.
Brown has 5 fouls.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, Jalen Brown.
Great deflection. I'm telling you, active hands.
That's a foul on Jalen Brown.
Clearly, yeah.
Is that a clear path though?
He didn't have possession, so it's just loose ball. That makes sense. And here comes Tatum.
Oh,
see,
Lord.
This is the thing. Like, are you sure you want Jalen Brown to be in foul trouble?
You've been saying that, and you're not wrong.
Like his numbers are gonna say 18 and 7. He's not playing well, man. Look at Mikal. He's trying to get to the spot. Oh, mismatch.
Nice. Very nice,
Good
Cat.
stuff.
Cat's had a good second half, man. He's been much better.
He woke up.
Much better.
Someone said something to him.
Control, yep. PJ Tucker. I'm gonna pull my money on
PJ Tucker.
PJ
Shout out
Tucker.
you.
I could see
But
that.
here's the problem on this end.
That could have been a
Stay strong.
foul.
Stay strong, Cat. Stay strong.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Oh, wow. What?
Cat's like
what
inflated
touch?
off of that.
But here's the thing. If Tatum's just gonna do that, then I don't know if they're gonna come back into this game. Not come back. They're losing by 3, but you get the point. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna actually.
Those aren't the shots they
over.
want.
The Knicks are gonna have to hit big time shots, right? To counter Tatum.
Ugh.
I didn't like that.
Ooh. Mitch.
Come on, Deuce. Ah, man.
Mitch gave you the second chance opportunity.
He did. Tatum, Porzingis pick and roll.
He hasn't been making that. Wow, Derek White.
Didn't get it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'm surprised they didn't give it to him.
I'm supposed to give it him earlier.
Yeah, me too. You knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, how we feeling?
Stressed.
Oof.
Tommy says I need to get back into the game. Astrid says, hey, everyone.
Hey, Astrid.
Thank you for checking in, as always.
I mean, that's a foul. You can't really be mad at that.
It's just the time that they called is what annoyed people. How many does Cat have? He has
4.
Of course he does. I feel like Cat always has 4 fouls in the playoffs.
Yeah, this is where like Brunson back in the Knicks. You would have liked if they had like a 7-point lead, a little bit larger of a lead. They didn't really get to push away.
I still think they were in good shape, being honest. You know,
that sigh, I was like, it could be worse.
I still think they're in good shape.
I just hate the foul trouble for Hart. That's all. That's the only thing.
Yeah, not having Hart somebody brings that energy for you in the fourth.
They need Deuce to be. Oh no, Deuce isn't even on the
No,
floor.
Deuce
one run is going to be everything for whoever at this point.
They need Bridges. Right on cue. He's been fantastic here. Mikal Bridges. I've told you I've been saying anything more about this man. He's been coming through when it counts. See, they want downhill right at Cat or this 3.
Oh, what a game, bro!
Wow,
Jesus, 6 for 14 from 3.
God, Jayson Tatum's is so good, man.
He's going to have to get 40 plus, and he probably will the way he's playing. Cat. Oh, I thought he was going to pull that.
Good pass. Excellent
Great.
pass.
That was great. Yeah.
I wonder if Boston starts fouling Mitch.
That's good. He put it right where only Mitch could score there. I love that.
50 points in the paint for the Knicks. Look at that.
Ooh, no foul? Offense, that's foul on Horford. Yeah, Bridges is pumped up. I told you PJ Tucker talking it up. I told you.
I legitimately think he's made a difference.
PJ Tucker.
Since joining the team.
I've said this. I was saying this to somebody the other day. Like, what in the locker room, those guys respect him, and I do think he's made a difference. Like another coach that
he's won,
brought some toughness. Yeah, I thought that was a good signing. Like he's not playing, but
he's been a reason. Like he's been a starter on teams that have won a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
I like that signing.
Woo!
Damn, he crossed him.
I know. You gotta
finish your breakfast.
That one.
Yeah, you gotta finish your breakfast.
You need a better result.
You can't.
See, look at how much Tatum has
to do. Too much rhythm for him. Can't let that happen.
Look at how much he has to do, though. Like, is he gonna keep making shots? The Knicks can't find out. They can't afford to find out.
We're not trying to find out.
Someone else has to beat you at this point. With them, it could happen, but Mikhail, he's gonna pull. His
shot is wet right
game.
Now. Man, his shot is wet.
What a game. These shots back and forth.
Get a stop. Oh.
This is the pick and roll that scares me so much. It's these two guys.
Another foul.
Nope.
And they didn't call it. Wow.
I like not calling
I thought that was good defense by Bridges there. Oh, he missed Bridges on the cut.
Mm-hmm.
He's not shooting that.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, gee.
Wrong.
He's only going to shoot it if it's from the corner.
They called a foul too?
No.
No, he's mad they didn't call one.
I think timeout from Missoula.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is excellent.
This is stressful.
There's Timothy and Kendall.
Woo. This is something else. How's everybody feeling? Knicks back on top. Yo, if the Knicks win this game and they finally played a complete game,
that's such a good sign.
And they have the Celtics on the brink.
Tatum is 39. Tatum is 39. Derek White is 23. Jalen Brown is 18. No one else is more than 7.
When was the last time the Knicks beat the Celtics in the postseason?
2013. Yeah, first round.
Oh my God.
That's when Pierce Garnett and
they were up 3-0. They were up 3-0 and nearly went to 3-3.
Yes.
Because the Celtics had a big comeback in the second half.
I remember that because I watched the clinching game when Clyde had his restaurant, Wine and Dine. I was there, and there was a
why did they shut that down?
I have no idea. I think COVID had a lot to do with that. But there was a Celtics fan in that establishment, or someone somebody had a Celtics jersey, a white Celtics jersey, and they took the Celtics jersey and whatever beer they had, they poured it all over it, stomped it out. Yeah. Crazy.
Y'all are too much, man.
I didn't engage in that. I just watched it.
Not you, y'all. Like some of y'all.
It's never that serious.
Too many fans taking this stuff too serious. To your point, Bryan, the Knicks, meanwhile, have 4 players in double figures, led by Jalen Brunson, 31. Bridges now is 21. Great game for him.
It's a reverse. It's usually the Knicks that have a little bit more of a top-heavy scoring distribution. It's Boston today that has that by far.
The Knicks have gotten what they needed to me from their role players, and there were supporting starters in Bridges and OG. 34 points combined from them. They have Mitchell Robinson, who's given them 4 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Mitch has been good. 5 offensive rebounds. You have 6 points from.
He hasn't shot a free throw yet.
No, feels like a good day.
You're surviving.
Mitchell Robinson doesn't even have a turnover. So, it's going good. I think the Knicks are winning the turnover battle 10-11, so still close there. And the Celtics now down to 42% from 3, so it's not 60.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's still above 40, but I don't know what direction that's going to go. I think the bigger thing is the Knicks look I think they look a lot better right now. It looks much better than the score does. Ultimately, the score is a score, and the score is what matters. But they look a lot better right now because they're generating much cleaner looks whereas Boston is running a Tatum save us offense.
Yes.
And he's doing what he can, but nobody else from Boston is in rhythm right now. Like KP's gotten a few dives to the basket. He's gotten fouled a couple of times, but for the most part, you have like Mikal Bridges is creating, Brunson's hitting some shots, Cat's hit a shot, OG just had a drive. Like the scoring distribution is very even all the way around. Mitch has gotten a couple offensive rebounds. And then with Boston, you just have Tatum just trying to create shots on mismatches, and nobody else is really doing anything right now.
Yeah.
I think that bodes well for the Knicks. I think it bodes
does.
well for them too. That they haven't been like, super Brunson ISO heavy offense. Like I think that's been good for them too. Even though Brunson's having himself a great game, and is the leading scorer with 31, but he did so much in the third, and now Bridges has really made his mark in the fourth so far. I just hope the Knicks continue to stay with that energy. Bridges ain't sitting.
No.
Mike Breeze like Bridges hasn't sat in the second half. He's not sitting down.
No Jalen Brown on the court still.
Cat is out.
He has 5. Cat's out. Yep.
So they brought Deuce back in to get him a little bit more of a rest.
That's
I
good.
like that.
Yeah.
Here we go. Tatum save us offense. Oh, he got the foul. Wow.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
That was such a quick move.
It was such a good
spin
move.
back to the left. Like
OG does a
good
great
job till he jumps.
Yeah,
right.
People are
He bid on that.
People are reacting to what? Like, because he caught the ball and like he lost the ball and
he regathered it.
Yeah. What are they mad about?
No, he didn't do anything.
They thought he power dribbled or double dribbled.
No, he didn't. He lost it.
You can't let Tatum beat you at this point. You got to dare somebody else to beat you. Like, he's putting on his cape, Jesus. 42, 8, and 4.
Ooh, that was wet.
All right.
Woo!
Whew.
That was a bailout. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I wasn't sure because, like, OG, when he's not in the corner,
I know,
I'm kind of
right?
like, I don't know.
Well, he's
Creating
been
his own
better on
shot.
above the break threes. It's off the dribble. That's my
Off the
concern.
dribble, yeah.
That's my concern. His
That
above
was
the break
nice.
threes have been much
Ooh.
better this year.
Look, mismatch hunting again.
This is what Tatum wants.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
That was
scramble.
good.
Stay in your feet, Mitch.
See how no one else is in rhythm? Oh, that could have been an and one.
That could have been.
Absolutely. That man flew under him.
Yeah. He,
Oh.
like, carried him to the layup, practically. Oh, good fake. Brunson
Ooh.
got him.
That was nice. Wow.
Knicks got
I'm about
to
to
try to
start
steal this
sweating,
next
This is
minute.
insane.
Yeah, because listen, sometimes when you're not rooting for a team, this stuff could be intense.
Facts. Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
He got Mikal, I think, on
And
that one.
See, that's what's
Bonus
frustrating.
too.
What's frustrating is you got a miss.
There comes
from
Jalen
Tatum.
Brown.
You got the miss for him, but you still couldn't get the rebound. And
Oh, wow.
yeah.
He got right. So OG is boxing him out, and then he's still out of position because KP is like, all right, I'm gonna just step around you.
Yeah, we're literally.
Literally just go right around you.
Ooh,
Big
miss
mess.
for KP. That could be huge.
Jalen Brown's coming back in the game. Oh, he's supposed to be in for a shooter, so I guess not yet for KP. Yeah, I don't think KP has been. I don't think he's been awesome.
Oh wow!
Big
Missing
rebound.
both.
There you go.
Wow. Huge.
17 of 24 free throws for Boston.
Earlier, I was like, this is really oddly terrible.
Oh, that's tough.
Got to get back, Brunson. Got to get back into play.
Yeah. Horford. Wow.
Horford never looked towards the basket. Oh, Knicks
Wow.
got a break there.
That was lucky.
At 5 on 4.
Why, yeah, Horford didn't even look.
He never looked. That was a mistake there. If he looked, he would have at least.
I know he's Derek White, but like, you know. He wants Horford. Yeah, he has a step.
Got him.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
They're making
Captain Clutch.
They're making tough mid-range jumpers.
The shot making.
It's an anti-analytics offense.
Oh no.
Tatum.
Okay.
I get the board.
I'm telling you, they're not going to win this game
because of nobody else being able
they're
to
not.
contribute for
Yeah.
them. Oh man, Drew Holiday doing Drew Holiday things.
Mm-hmm.
If he was younger, he would have actually stolen it.
I was gonna say like, oof. Okay.
Fade away.
Nice. Woohoo! Mikal Bridges.
They're going to win this game. I'm telling you.
I know you hate movies.
Largest lead of the
But this is cinema.
series for the Knicks. What'd you say? Yeah. You can't be Jason stuff, Brian.
No, that's
You
not
can't
what
be
she
doing
said.
that. What'd you
She
say?
said, I know you hate movies, but this is cinema. That's what she said.
I would agree.
I'm not even. It's like Boston's running no offense.
You right?
No.
And the Knicks are running real offense,
It's
and
like-
they're making mid-range jumper after mid-range jumper after mid-range jumper.
And what I think is really, really smart, maybe big brain, like 5D chess type, coaching, I feel like from Tibbs, he took Cat out. And Cat, he was looking like he was picking it up offensively, but he took him out because he knew Tatum was just going to keep hunting that switch.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now with Cat out, yeah, Brunson is still a bit of a mismatch, but I do think that with Cat, it's a lot easier for him to get a look off.
I wonder how much, if you're watching this on the Boston side, if Joe Mazzulla is going to get, criticized for maybe not hacking Mitch in this situation.
No,
particularly
he
in
should
the
get
fourth quarter.
criticized because of other things. Probably not that.
Yeah.
But I also don't know how,
How much of it is like on his shoulders?
Yeah.
The fact that they're relying so much on Tatum
Yeah, I
to be
mean,
the hero.
that's not his fault.
Yeah.
Players
Mm-hmm.
have to execute. Like I say, all
I mean,
the time.
you have to get some responsibility because you have to call something, do something, whatever. But if your messaging is not getting through, I mean, some people may still say that's on coaching, but if your messaging is not getting through, then the players have to take the brunt of that,
I just had a friend text me, said, I'm too old for this. And I understand.
So is Tibbs. Look at his hair.
Yeah. I do, but Candace, I do think you make a good point, right? Like I do think that the fact that he's taking taking Cat out, put Mitch in, and doesn't look to be going back to Cat anytime soon,
Mm-hmm.
that's huge because they haven't forced him to take him off the floor in any kind of way, and Mitch has been great.
And that speaks to Mitch's, I feel like, his improvement between the Detroit series and this series, being able to be valuable, to be on the floor without Cat with him. His rebounding has been awesome. The defense, there's been a few screens where he's been switched on to Tatum, and honestly, he didn't look bad.
No, he did it.
So
he held his own.
Kudos to him because, he's been able to hold down those non-Cap minutes, and I'm curious to see when they put him back in, though. If they do, if they put Cap back in. Cause,
I am. I think a lot will have to do with how this next defensive. I don't think he's coming in now.
Yeah.
They want to see how this next defensive possession goes. So, we'll see.
Wow.
It's stressful.
I'm shocked that they've been playing good basketball.
Because you haven't seen it.
This is their most complete game.
Wait,
so
this is the
far.
most complete game of the playoffs.
This is pleasant. Like I can watch this.
Yeah.
And not, rip my hair out.
Actually.
Like, and I will say that this is easily their most complete half of the playoffs,
Absolutely.
if anything. Because even that Detroit game 4,
Mhm.
where they were up 16, but they blew the lead.
Yep.
That was a complete. This, I know they're coming back, but they've played good offense, as Brian has said. It's been fine. Nick said, come on, Mikal, let's go. Fabian says, not even Tatum in his threes can beat those mid-rangers. What a game. And Roberto Rodriguez said, Dexter, I agree with your friend. I'm 46. I'm older than Danny Glover when he said that. Keep it stoic. I hear you. Oh, cookies. Give me the jam. Let's go.
Come on.
Wow.
Oh.
His ankle? I thought it was his
That's not-
wrist. Well, that's not good. I never like to see any player get hurt. That's
No,
their
he's in a
last
lot of
time out for
pain.
the Celtics.
I hate to see that.
I just thought he
don't-
got ripped. I didn't see him hurt his ankle. You'd hate to see that, man.
I hate when they put the camera on the players from
When they were
after,
yeah,
like
and
he's
all that
clearly
pain.
in agony. Like we don't need to see that.
Tatum called it.
Is it an ankle?
I'm I don't.
The way he's in that pain makes me be like, because now he's holding the back. I'm like, is that Achilles?
You see,
but I didn't see how he dropped.
He was right. I didn't know he dropped.
Because one thing I'll tell people about when you tear your Achilles, it feels like a million knives just stabbing you, like in one space. And it sucks because he's been having a great game. You hate to see him go out like this.
This was his best game. Yeah,
oh yeah,
of the series.
And
I mean, it was over before this, and now it definitely is. If he's just going to be out,
man,
that is not fun. I am no longer enjoying this win as much as I was before.
Yeah, you hate when stuff like this happens because you want.
I mean, you're going to go to the conference finals.
But
can we just get through this game?
I was just like, can we get through this game? Like,
if he's out, forget it.
Let's look.
Maybe even if he plays,
game,
y'all are so
one possession
No.
at a time. No, one game, one possession at a time. You out here talking about conference finals. What are you doing?
I have trauma.
Yeah,
one
Dude.
possession at a time. This guy's talking about conference finals.
So
Let me look at this here. I want to keep my eye on it.
All right, let's see Tatum.
Oh. Non-contact.
Achilles.
No, that's
Achilles.
Look at the left leg.
Yep.
I'm telling you guys, I think Achilles.
Or right leg. My bad.
Nope, it's Achilles. I'm convinced. That's not even ankle.
Because no one touched him.
You can't put weight on it. Nobody touched him. It's somebody who's torn their Achilles, which was very similar to that. Very similar. That is, man.
That's
I see the way he was grabbing the back of it in the pain. I'm telling you, like it's a.
That was their only shot, Boston's, for coming back in this game.
And they could just hold the ball pretty much.
So congrats to the Knicks for making it to the conference
Could
finals.
you just stop, man? Why
for the first time in 25 years.
This guy.
Y'all are so
There's somebody watching this.
I was gonna say some Celtics fans
probably
gonna cut this up.
Oh,
Celtics fan can't say anything. They're not gonna win the series. Like
Jalen Brunson.
What, Peyton Pritchard goes off for like 60?
I mean, yeah,
No.
maybe they get game 5. Yeah, 5. Look at
This
that.
is just terrible
that's
process
ball.
for them, though.
This is what happens when you had
Because
injury
nobody
aside.
else got involved.
Right.
Is your point?
This is what was happening in the Pistons series when it was all Brunson, and then someone else needed to make a shot, and no one did, and then the Pistons ended up making it scary for them. And if they had any other real second option, like that series would be 38-11 for Jalen Brunson.
I said the captain
He had
needed
a
a big
killer
game,
game.
and he had to have a big game.
Mhm.
Killer game
He had to set the tone early. Good pass.
off Boston.
Mitch doesn't have the best hands in the NBA.
He does not.
It's hilarious 'cause I feel like they try to feed
Fabian
Mitch.
says congrats to the Knicks on the championship.
Enough. No more.
Hey, Fabian, you might be in Austria, but you ain't gonna be out here, raining on the parade.
We did all that planning for Friday, and it might not matter now.
Oh, come on, guys.
Oh, look at Jalen Brown. He did something. I know he is 20, but it's not a good 20. It's not a good 20 at all.
What did he shoot?
The percentage probably is not that
quite
bad.
20.
But it's not that. It's just watching him.
7 of 16, so not bad.
I mean, that's not awesome.
Oh.
Wheelchair?
Man.
Well,
Face covering?
That's the Paul Pierce special.
Yeah, but he ain't coming back. That's the difference. And he don't have to take a shit either. That was the Paul Pierce thing, allegedly.
They're doing a hack of Mitch, so they're taking him out.
Better
played
Mitch
great.
game.
He played great.
Oh boy. I'm gonna watch some old Knicks Pacers to get me hype
Yikes.
for the next round. We won't preview the series yet, but that's coming. Look at OG.
Woo!
Yo, their core 4, or really the entire starting 5,
Yeah.
played well.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
Josh Hart didn't have like the big scoring game that I thought he might have,
He was impactful.
but he did a lot of other shit.
The defense was there.
Yo, Ryan in the chat said, me and you, Bryan, need to start heading down to MSG. We need video of fans outside the garden. Ryan, I do not want to be near there at all whatsoever. We do have people for that. That will not be me.
That's true. We do have people for that, actually.
Oh,
Oh.
man. But, yo,
I think the
on
Knicks.
7th Avenue, they are going to be going crazy.
I think we could see Landry Shamet now, Candace. I
Oh.
think now
Now it's okay.
now it's okay.
Careful.
we could see Hawk Purdy. Campaign could come back in, hit a couple of shots.
What a win for the Knicks, man.
Another one for good measure. Over the back. What would it be without a stupid Karl Anthony Towns foul to end it?
Like, just
Tibbs is like, damn, could you just not?
It's like the dude at the party that goes too far. You've seen the video of the pool party. You've seen the video of the pool party and the girls twerking, and then the dude picks her up and says,
I have not seen this.
He tries to throw her in the pool, but he ends up slamming her on the concrete.
Oh, no, I have
seen
seen that. Oh, no, I have seen that.
That's basically what Cat did. Like, everyone's having a party. He comes in over the back. Dumb foul. That video is monstrous. It's like, scaring the, as people say, on social media. Woo. I don't use that word, though. That video.
This is crazy. This is one of the better Knicks playoff wins. Home playoff. Wow, that's a bad pass.
Yeah.
Ooh, lucky. Okay, Towns doing
There's
it right
Towns.
there.
He got it back.
It's one of the better home Knicks playoff wins in quite some time.
Towns used to hit the shit out of a piñata at a children's party when he was younger, I'm sure.
Oh, Payne Pritchard.
They're not even going to foul?
There you go.
That's not a clear path, Josh Hart.
I like him trying.
They want everything.
Hey, Josh Hart is like, it ain't over till it's over. We're
Hold
not
on.
playing around.
What's he got? How many points? Oh, he ain't getting that. Nah, whatever. Thanks, Josh.
Great game, Ryan says. Great win. I think this is one of the best Knicks wins this fan base has seen at MSG in quite some time.
2 for 3 on props over here, by the way. I got Derek White, points, rebounds. I got Payne Pritchard threes. I did not get Josh Hart points because I'm dumb and should have taken.
Why are we doing a timeout?
Should have taken the rebounds plus assists. But, silly me for thinking Josh Hart would score today when everybody else did. They got 120. You figure Josh Hart would have gotten to 12.
Got in on that.
But this isn't about me, so who cares?
It's about the Knicks that you said are going to go play in the next round, and I'm like, nope, they still got another win to get.
One more.
There's still one more win to get.
Yeah, we'll be here
in
Wednesday.
Boston.
We don't know if we'll be here Friday, but we'll be here Wednesday.
We'll be here Wednesday.
I thought we'd be here Friday, regardless of the result today, just because I'm like, I don't know if the Celtics are going down in 5, or I don't know if if this would have went 2-2, then obviously there would have been a 6 game. That's stupid. But we're gonna be here for the next game for sure. And see, this balances out Dallas winning the lottery. Because if you haven't heard, the Dallas Mavericks won the lottery and are getting Cooper Flag after trading Luka Doncic. Steph is waving bye to his team, like literally waving bye.
Sent them all to school.
See, you do this and you'll win 95% of games.
Right, exactly. Like this is the vision.
The 5% is Indiana because they can do the same shit,
which is terrifying. I don't love Indiana as a concept,
and OKC too.
But I like the Knicks against Indiana if they play them.
Look, everyone shoots over 50%. Also, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now, that's 99%,
and that's the problem. The Celtics didn't have other guys. They outscored Celtics 69-51 in the second half.
And even prior to the Tatum injury, they were going to win this game.
They were starting to get in control.
I was saying it before he got hurt. I was like, they're going to win this game because their process is so much better. Here's Pritchard trying to get 3 threes. Damn, that was a good shot too.
That was.
Why not?
Get Brunson a 40-piece.
Yeah, right. Why not?
Bag of Jones says all game long it's been Knicks versus Celtics, and the refs 5 against 8. Hey man, you want to take the me against the world mentality? Whatever it takes. C-Mac 1LC said it just happened to get the number 1 pick after trading Doncic. Sounds fishy.
You know ball, sir. Yep.
C-Mac, let the conspiracy theories roll.
Yeah. See, here's what the NBA. See, if you're the NBA, you can't allow it. Like, I don't give a shit if it's an actual lottery. But like, if you're the NBA, you can't allow that.
No 40-piece.
You literally can't have of all things because now people are going to be like, "Oh, the league is rigged. The league is rigged. The league is rigged." You just can't have Dallas get the top pick. You can have them in the top 4. Have them get the 3rd overall pick, 4th overall pick. You can't have them to get the number 1 overall pick. Anyway, ran over.
East Blue Drew says, laughing emojis, I apologize.
Tibbs, your job is safe. Tibbs might get an extension, honestly. The Pacers series won't even start, and Tibbs will have the extension probably. Look at that. Well,
there you go. Knicks with the win, 121 to 113. This is easily.
Look at Amari.
Easily.
Patino.
Coach Patino.
Clyde. Spree.
A lot of people in the building. This is easily the Knicks to me.
Another former Knick, Chris
biggest win.
Yeah, showing them all. Like while we're at it,
all the former Knicks.
He's in the building.
Yeah, this is the Knicks' biggest playoff win in 25 years.
Since the last time they got to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolutely. They have not had a bigger playoff win.
I would agree with
this
that.
moment. If they win this series, this is easily the biggest series they've won in 25 years.
Yeah.
But I think you could say, you could talk about game one, you could talk about game two, you could talk about the comebacks there. But this right here is a bigger win because of the stakes. We all said it was a must win.
Yeah.
All three of us said it was a must win.
I said this might be the series.
And they came out and delivered. And that's what you want to see your team do. All the people who said the Knicks weren't tough, they didn't have fight, I thought that was put away from games one. Games 1 and 2 is what makes this possible.
Yes.
Because I'll also add game 6 in Detroit, game 4 in Detroit. These are the things that make this possible as you're building. And for the captain to have 39 and 12 with 5 boards, I said it, I was not worried about him. It was who was going to come along with him. I was not worried about Jalen Brunson tonight, but credit Karl-Anthony Towns stepped up in the second half. Mikal Bridges was money.
Mm-hmm.
Is this his legacy game?
I don't know about legacy, but this was huge game for him.
Huge game.
There was a run where every touch he got in the mid range, he hit.
Yeah,
both him and Brunson.
Every single one.
That's what made me like, oh, they're gonna win this game.
Right, because especially when Bridges, when he's making those shots like with confidence, there's not much you could do to guard that.
Nah.
Especially when you're overloading on Brunson, you're overloading on Cat. Like you are just putting your attention on everyone else, and you got Bridges hitting all those shots at the elbow.
Yeah, you're right.
He gets one dribble in, he keeps getting to that spot, and like the game. I don't feel like it was in as much doubt, but from a technical standpoint, yeah, it was still up in the air. Jayson Tatum gets hurt. That seals it.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not the worst case scenario, but that looked awful, especially for a team who there's rumors about like, hey, they might not be able to keep them together. But
exactly.
We'll deal with that at another point. But
a screenshot.
Yeah.
Of the conference semis.
Who would have thought that this is where we would be on this
Nobody.
day?
Literally nobody.
As Knicks fans are clearing out.
I don't give a shit how optimistic you are.
No.
You didn't. No one actually believed.
Well, we did have one person in the chat that kept.
Yeah, but I don't think he actually believed that. I think he's just saying that shit.
He's here. He's here. And he's here. And we'll get to him in a second as we're going to reset.
We don't have to.
We're going to start with. Oh, Bryan.
Yeah.
I'm going to be nice. All right. Welcome to the Knicks New York Got Game live post game for Game 4. Dexter Henry here with Bryan Fonseca, Candace Pedraza. After the Knicks, they have a fantastic win, 121 to 113 over the Boston Celtics. A game, not a game high, a team high, 39 points, 12 assists, 5 rebounds for Jalen Brunson. Bridges, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 4 steals. That overcame Jayson Tatum, who had a 42-piece in this one, but left with an injury that looks to possibly be an Achilles injury. We'll have more on that. But this is the Knicks win. I'm calling it their biggest win in 25 years. Biggest playoff win, I should say, in 25 years.
No, biggest win also. I mean, by definition.
By definition, it would be because it happened in the playoffs. You're right about that. When we look at this game, guys, and the Knicks are now, I can't believe I'm saying this. I didn't think I would say this. The Knicks are 1 win. You're laughing. 1 win away. 1 win away.
I was telling you all fourth quarter.
Finals.
I was telling you all fourth quarter.
Yeah, we was like, yo, get out of here because you're trying to jinx us.
It's not even just bad 1 win away. They're going to the conference finals.
Yep.
I know you don't want to hear it, but they are.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. And a lot of people in the chat, Gaza Zone, we see you. We hear, fam. Do you guys believe yet? So, Gaza Zone, who says he believed the whole time. He believes. But before we get to the belief and all that,
Yeah.
and
a lot of people didn't. We talked to y'all all season long, and a lot of people did not.
Yeah. So so those of you out here saying you believe, we don't believe you. You need more people. One win away from the conference finals. Candace, when you look at this win and what the Knicks were able to accomplish, how they were down 14 in the third, what does this win mean to you as a Knicks fan, watching this, that you were very shaky at the start of this game?
I was.
In your belief.
Yeah.
Because this whole season, I have not seen this version of the Knicks play, like, ever. And that is why I hated the fact that, not that they won, obviously, the first round, but I was just like, great. They just beat Detroit to now get swept, most likely by Boston, because I saw how they played against them in the regular season. So seeing kind of like what we all thought was going to be the team kind of end up actually coming together finally in the literal best time to come together is so beautiful. I'm like, yeah, like, I do expect these Knicks starters, like, most of them to have 20 points or more in a postseason series. And that's exactly what we got. They were efficient. The offense they were moving the ball in this game. I didn't see any Brunson ISOs that pissed me off as they have been. Like, it was wonderful. Like, it was just, there was so much movement. There was so much flow. They seemed comfortable with one another. Like, it just finally looked like, oh, you're right. Like, this is what they wanted to create this offseason when they traded for Bridges and traded for Cat. So that's what made this win so big to me. Now they're up 3-1. It's extremely difficult to come back from 3-1. And it looks like they will not have Jayson Tatum for the rest of the series. So this was huge. And even before the Tatum injury, I think that they were going to win this game. So 3-1 going to Boston. They play better on the road for some reason. So I feel pretty good.
Yeah, I think you got to feel pretty good. I think a good point that you mentioned there, Candace, the ball movement in this game, when you saw from the Knicks, particularly in the second half, 50 made field goals in this contest for the Knicks, 25 assists. So, you like that number. When the Knicks have been, around 30 assists this year, they've been really good at things like that. So you love seeing that number, up there. I think there's a bunch of players we got to talk about, shout out on this. I mean, first of all, we got to start off with the captain. 39 points, 12 dimes, 5 boards. There's nothing this guy does that surprises me. And I feel almost in a way he still doesn't get the respect he deserves. Sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know about Brunson. He's still too small. I'm willing to say this. I think Brunson's one of the best small guards ever that's played this game. He's getting up there in that with the playoff moments that he's having where you're starting to look at him. He doesn't have the rings yet, so you can relax, folks. I'm not saying he's Curry or Isaiah Thomas, 2 smaller guards were there, but he's getting there as he's pushing the Knicks further. And if he gets this team to a finals, the way he leads in this moment are the reason I say that. It's not just like, oh, the clutch plays and the big shot against Detroit. This is the game. You need your star to step up. He stepped up. He did exactly what I thought. I talked about 8 to 10 points in the first quarter, set the tone. He did that. And then he does more. And in the fourth quarter, what do you have in the third quarter? 14? Oh, he had 18 points in the third quarter. Sorry.
Yeah.
18 points in the third quarter. I mean, what is there to say about Brunson? He's the leader of this team. He's one of the best players in the NBA, and he's proven it on the biggest stage time and time again.
And I think the most important thing is, like, it wasn't just him, because
good point.
This was the game we were sort of waiting for from them, because even in the games that they took in 1 and 2, it wasn't this. It was just like they had a really great fourth quarter. Boston had an awful fourth quarter. Those two things met, and they were able to take the game at the end. And they closed better than Boston did, despite Boston having a lead for basically the entire game leading up to that moment. This was like a progressively just 4 quarters. It was all competitive. The third quarter was big because that's where they took the lead, and they actually entered with a lead in the fourth quarter for the first time all series, which we have not seen.
Yep.
We talked about they have to get off to a good start. It started off very shaky. They had a great 4-minute stretch before the last 90 seconds of the first quarter, and then they were down like 12, 13 points heading into the second. And we were wondering, is that going to be something that comes back to haunt them? But then what happened in the fourth quarter is Mikal Bridges is in rhythm. He's starting to get all the mid-range looks that he wants. Jalen Brunson is as well. As you guys know, Karl-Anthony Towns made a shot. OG Anunoby had a nice drive. What's going on the Boston side? Tatum save us. Tatum save us. Like, that's all the offense was. He was looking for mismatches. He was holding the ball for 20 seconds. He would take a 3. They would live and die with it. live or die with it. And they live and died with it. And then you look at Peyton Pritchard, he's not doing much, and Derek White's not doing much, and Porzingis is trying to get fouls, so it's not really working out. Their offense is completely out of rhythm. The Knicks, credit to their defense because they defended better in the second half, much better in the second half than they did in the first half. But the Knicks were generating all those looks, and that's why even when it was like a 3-point game with 5 or so minutes left, I'm like, the Knicks are going to win this game. Their offensive process is way better. They're hitting all these shots. Boston has no rhythm. And then Jayson Tatum gets the injury, and that just seals it. Like, now you can allow yourself, if you've been doubting, now you can allow yourself to be like, hey, we might get a Knicks-Pacers conference finals. And then that also means, one, we'll be doing a lot more of these shows. And two, I can't even allow myself to think about like what that series is going to look like yet, because there's a lot to get into. But I just want to say that the Pacers are a lot better than people think. But I think the Knicks are better than people think too. And I think that's what this series proved among anything else.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's proven a lot. I think also in this game, I also got to give credit. We were cooking this guy in the first half in Karl Towns, who
he deserved it.
He deserved it. He was looking pretty terrible on defense. He's getting caught and he switches. He's not coming up enough, not putting pressure on the defenders. But Candace, what do you think about how he bounced back in the second half?
Oh, it was awesome. And I feel like a big part of it was that he stopped forcing shots. Like, he just kept trying to hunt fouls. He was getting into the paint. He was getting double teamed. And it's not like Cat is a bad passer. It's not like Mitch getting a double team in the post and he has nowhere to go. And you're like, oh my God,
what is he going to do?
This is going to be a turnover. Like, you already know. With Cat, it's like, you're an amazing passer. You have to see something, or you kind of just, he gets that tunnel vision, I feel like, when he gets into that mode where he's like, I'm going to put this team on my back. And then when things don't go his way, he gets upset, he gets frustrated, he plays frustrated. And that translates to the defense. In the second half, because he was allowing the play to come to him, especially on the offensive side, I feel like that translated to the defense because he was a lot tighter on defense. Yeah, Tatum was still cooking him, but Tatum was cooking everybody. Like, he was just having one of those games. Like, he was ridiculous. He was lights out. Him and Brunson were having basically just blow for blow exchanges. But Cat was so much better on that end because he was just letting the game come to him. And so I feel like he just has to relax. I feel like he feels like he has something to prove every time he steps on the court. And I'm like, just, what kind of player you are. You know your role. There's no need to try to force like some legacy game.
Legacy is your word of the day.
Yeah, it is. It is. But, I feel like he tries to like win the whole game back on one shot. And like, that's just not how they're going to keep progressing in the postseason, playing him like that. So
yeah, the excitement is crazy, my Knicks fans. We see you in the chat. I'm getting texts, people telling me Knicks to the chip.
I probably got some texts.
I'm just like, we got to relax here.
Do not overlook the Pacers, bro.
I also, let's not overlook Game 5, which we'll get into in a second. You still got to go to Boston and put the team away. You still have to do that. One other player I think that's worth highlighting here, OG Anunoby was solid. 2 other players, I say. I'm going to talk about Wingstop. OG Anunoby, 8 of 14, 4 of 8 from downtown, 20 points. Also gave you 2 assists. And then Mikal Bridges, 23 points, 11 of 21 from the field, 44 minutes played. Wingstop delivered.
Absolutely.
No barbecue chicken. Wingstop delivered tonight. And I think when this was the vision, when those 2 guys can play the level of defense, which I thought has been good really throughout the series, I think those 2 guys have been really good defensively.
Yeah.
In what they've done with Tatum and Brown. I know Tatum went off tonight, but Brown, as Bryan has said all through the broadcast, did not have a game that felt impactful at all whatsoever. But Wingstop showed up, and this was the vision that I think Leon Rose and company saw. And Candace, there was another thing you brought up during the game that I think is good to talk about. We could talk about Wingstop and how good they were, but Tom Thibodeau has been, I think, unfairly criticized for not making adjustments during the playoffs. He made the adjustment with the switch everything defense, and then he had another big adjustment that you pointed out here down the stretch, was that he left Mitchell Robinson in for a stretch of 3 to 4 minutes. This was in midway through the fourth quarter, and allowed him to play and didn't go back to Cat for offense. I thought that was huge, man. That was huge.
That was huge because it forced Tatum to stop switching. You had OG on him for more of the possessions. That led to more stops, led to the steal that unfortunately he got injured on, but it was to no fault of OG Anunoby's, obviously. It was just an awkward step. But that decision was so big, and also I think it spoke to the confidence that he had in Mikal Bridges to keep doing what he was doing on offense and just being able to replicate, I think, Cat's impact on offense while he sat on the bench. And then you still had Mitch in for rebounding, second chance point opportunities, stuff like that. So that was huge. That was huge. And that was a lot of trust, I think, from Tibbs in the unit that he had out there for sure.
Yeah. Some people are going to be like, Tibbs has saved his job coaching the series. A lot of people said Tibbs was coaching for his job as we entered the series. I'm sure we'll get into that later, but we got to look ahead to Game 5 because now Game 5 comes on Wednesday night.
Only Game 5, Dex?
We have to look ahead to Game 5. It is the next game on the schedule. It is the next game on the schedule. That's all I'm looking ahead to. Game 5, next game on the schedule. I don't know what we're doing after that. Can't tell you anything about that. I'm just talking to you about the next game on the schedule.
We're making all these contingency plans for 6 and 7. 6, we're really just 6, not 7. And we're like, we'll see. Look, I'm not going to count out that Boston could win a Game 5 and force a Game 6. I'm not going to count.
Sure.
Like they'll be at home. We don't expect Tatum. Like we don't know what that injury is going to entail. I'm sure we'll get reporting soon because even when it's that serious, we still get like, the Celtics fear that it's, this and what have you. Like
you'll probably, if it's torn Achilles, you'll know by tomorrow.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll know by game time.
Right.
I think regardless, you still have to close out this series if you're the Knicks.
Yep.
Because Boston is still a machine. They're losing the head of the snake, but they still have a lot of really good players you have to account for. I think the Knicks are going to finish this off. I'm not sure it'll be the 5th game. Who knows? But I do think they'll finish this off. And I think if you're the Knicks, obviously you would want to do it in the 5th game because it looks like Indiana might get that series done and over with soon. And even if they don't, it's like, you want that rest. Jalen Brunson, again, tweaked his ankle, it appeared. And they talked about how he didn't really get treatment at halftime. He just played through it. He put on the cape. He was fine. But if you want the rest for Jalen Brunson and other guys too, Karl Anthony Towns, we talked about his thumb and things of that nature, like just other ailments because everyone's banged up at this time of year. I'm sure Josh Hart has something because he's on the floor every damn game. So you just need to be prepared for that as well. Finish the series as soon as you can. I think if you're the Knicks, that's sort of the mentality that they have to have, and I'm sure that they will have that. But I don't think Boston is drawing dead in Game 5. I think for the series they are. I think it's pretty much over. If you don't have Tatum, I don't think they're winning 3 straight. So I think that the Knicks will be in the conference finals.
Yeah, okay.
And
this guy's trolling.
Just calling it what it is.
Look, there's a game.
A lot. Look, like 99.999% of people, it's probably a literal number, had Boston winning the series, and
except for Gaza zone,
right?
Except for Gaza zone.
Games 1 and 2 really, not as much 1, because we've said Game 1 is it's Game 1. Game 2 is really where, as you put it, Dex, that's when, you could allow yourself to believe this is going to happen. The Game 3 sort of brings you back down because, that's kind of the reminder that Boston is really good and they could potentially do this again because they're great on the road. And then today it was dicey, basically the entire game. Boston led for a lot of it, but they fought back. And even before Tatum got hurt, again, a strong close in the 4th quarter. That's going to be key because guess who else closes strong in the 4th quarter, which we may or may not talk about down the line. So I like the way that they're really playing offensively though, and defensively they've made some adjustments too. This is as good this is the best that they've played in the playoffs, I think so far. That game, that's the best that they've played. Front to back. That's the best that they've played so far.
I agree. Because I think even the fact they kept themselves within striking distance early on allowed them. Well, I kept saying, you can't let this get to 15. You can't let this get to 20.
They kept trading runs.
Game. And it was I think the Celtics led by as much as 14. So it was close to 15.
Yeah.
But they didn't get to 15.
Yeah.
So it
didn't get to 20, 25. No. There it would have been ooh.
Yeah, but they kept it. They kept fighting and they kept pushing back every time. And I think even in the first half, when they pushed back a lot of times, the Celtics would get it back up to 12, 13. They still kept fighting back and found a way to keep it in single digits before halftime. Or no, it was 11 at halftime. Sorry, it was 11 at halftime. And then they were able to chip away in the 3rd quarter. Candace, are you confident this Knicks team can go and win and close this out in Game 5? Are you confident, especially if there's no Tatum?
Right.
Are you confident you can close this out in Game 5?
I say yes, only because if there's no Tatum, for obvious reasons, that makes life easier a bit on their defense. Specifically, though, it makes life easier for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to be put into action as much. He'll have more energy. I would imagine, to play defense elsewhere. He'll have more energy to be more of an impact on offense as well. And so with no Tatum, assuming, that's going to open things up for him as well. And I think that Mikal Bridges, this game might have unlocked that, not competitive fire in him, because obviously games 1 and 2, he was the hero.
Yeah.
But just from a scoring standpoint, he looked so comfortable out there,
Yes.
and it was the most comfortable that he's looked this entire series.
Against that team, too.
And exactly. And so I think that will be why I feel like they can close it out in game 5, just because if Mikal is still playing in that way and they don't have Tatum and Cat is not as much of a target as he has been these last couple of games, I don't see why not. And they play better on the road.
Knicks are undefeated on the road, 5-0 on the road.
That's crazy.
We're gonna look. Yeah, I know.
They're amazing on the road.
Trying to go to 6-0.
These are two of the best teams on the road.
Yeah.
Like again, like for I think that's not even just this year. I think that's a couple years now.
Yeah,
but I think Candace makes a great point about like just Carl being able to survive more on defense.
Mm-hmm.
If we're assuming without Tatum at this point, because I mean, if you saw that, you kind of have to. Also because like and I don't mean to just pick on Jaylen Brown, but if Jaylen Brown's mismatch hunting Karl Anthony Towns, like it's just different. You know what I mean?
Yes.
His game's just clunkier.
Mm-hmm.
If Karl has one of those stupid fouls, Jaylen Brown's not the automatic free throw shooter. Like that Jayson Tatum could be at times. Jaylen Brown's a career, like I think we checked, it was in the 70s, like mid to low 70s, as a matter of fact, too, which is not even great for a shooting guard. So like losing that, it just means Boston is going to try to crank up the variance. Like Boston's going to try to shoot 63s again, and it's a matter of whether or not they can make them. Tatum is one of their better three-point shooters, but they have a lot of other good ones. So that's what the Knicks are going to have to look out for in this next game. It's just if you're a team that's shorthanded in today's NBA, you're often going to try to crank up that variance. This is how like teams just sort of get one over on other teams in series when they're inferior. Not to say that Boston is inferior without Tatum, but they probably are. And right now, like that's just what it is. So we'll see Pritchard shooting threes. We'll see Derek White get up a bunch of attempts. Jaylen Brown will shoot some, which might actually benefit the Knicks. Kristaps Porzingis, and whomever else. Sam Hauser's out. We don't know his status, but if he plays, he's going to be another guy that they throw in there to shoot a lot of threes. So that's probably what the Knicks are going to have to look out for.
You're going to have to look out for that. Should be a fun one. Game 5. Going to get some comments here in the chat. If you're watching with us, still rocking with us here for the post game, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to the New York Post Sports YouTube channel. Ryan Sampson says, get the women and children away from the corner of 33rd and 7th immediately. I would agree. Hide the women and kids. Gaza Zone. Great win.
Honestly, some of you dudes shouldn't be there either.
Yeah, probably some of y'all shouldn't be there either. Nothing wrong with Tatum, he said. Ace Blue Juice says Brunson got pissed in the third and went off, made Jordan and Kobe proud. I would not disagree with that at all.
Probably got pissed off because he tweaked the ankle again.
One of the best comments of the night here, East Blue Drew again, in all caps. God bless Kylie Jenner.
Wasn't it Kendall? Did we get to the bottom of that?
I don't know. Was it Kylie or Kendall? What did you say? You said
I think it was both of them.
Okay,
because
both.
if we're getting to,
I think I saw.
No, Juliana said it both were in the building.
oh, there you go.
She did say both.
That makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I don't know the Jenners, man. I don't know the Kardashians like that, except two. You know what I mean? Like
Gaza Zone said, I said I didn't believe. Are you crazy, dude? I did believe with all my heart. Mitch made a difference, family. That was my secret weapon. Okay, he's believed with all his heart. Even in the Knicks win, the damn Celtics managed to get the national headlines and the attention. I do think there's something to that for Knicks fans that are going to be bothered by this. That the Knicks,
to be fair though,
the biggest win in 25 years. Jayson Tatum's the top 5 player. He tore his Achilles.
Yeah, I get it. And honestly, if you're a Knicks fan who's mad about that, don't be, because it looks like you'll be playing for another at least week and change. and Boston won't be. So what? I'm just like, yo,
I just feel like
you'll be getting listen, you'll be getting national headlines if things continue to go the way that they have.
I also think fans care way too much about national headlines.
National media.
Yeah.
Like you know what it is. You don't need the validation of them talking about this on whatever debate shows or whatever tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you know we're proud
come to us.
If you're proud that this Knicks team won the game, be proud. You don't need validation. We're here telling you this is the best win in the 25 years. Like Mike Breen said it on the broadcast.
Are we not good enough? Are we not good enough for y'all?
Well, I don't give a damn if somebody thinks I'm good enough. I know I'm good enough, so I don't care about
No,
that.
facts.
I'm just saying, you should know that this is a good win. You're a Knicks fan. You watch this team all year. This is a dope win.
Best win of the season.
You don't need any validation.
Best win of the season. Best win of the playoffs. Best win in 25 years. Best win for obviously this entire like core nucleus front office that they've had together. Like this to date is their crowning achievement. Their crowning achievement will actually be if they finish off this series, and then it'll be like, all right, like now we'll have conversations about them going forward.
We'll talk about that when we get there.
They might be playing in June. You know what I mean?
We'll talk about when we get there.
Oh,
I was even thinking about that. I haven't seen the Knicks play.
Oh no, the conference finals ends in June. You know, like it could be into mid June. I don't know, but like I'm just
the Knicks. When you said June, I thought that's what you meant.
It could be.
The Knicks are playing in
these are the possibilities you have to entertain that I did not entertain much before the Celtics series, because like if you saw what you saw leading up to it, how could you, like, respectfully, like objectively, it's like how could you get there?
No,
like,
I get that.
You had the diehardest of diehard Knicks fans being like, I don't know. So like as somebody who's looking at this objectively, I'm kind of like, I don't know. But after game 2, I'm like, oh, this could happen. And now, you know, you got
knocking on the door.
Yeah, the whole point of doing this is like when presented with new information, you have to reassess like how things are going. You evolve with new information. It's not like you just stick to what you thought beforehand the entire time. And it's like, you know, oh, I said Celtics in blank, so I'm still going to double down and triple down and quadruple down. It's like, no, we're presented with new information. The Knicks are playing better now. Jayson Tatum is hurt. The Knicks took games 1 and 2. Like, it is what it is. We are where we are.
Yeah, no, I agree with all of that there. D's Vintage says, let's go. JK says, Jalen Brunson, Jordan. Gaza Zone said, Tatum could not help them today. Well, he had 40 points. So we don't want to hear it's because of Tatum. Tatum got tired and nothing wrong with him. We just seen that he lost. He's acting 100. I do not think Tatum.
I does not. No. If he was acting, that'd be a bad time. That'd be a bad time to act.
Yeah, yeah. Why would you
the game was still in reach?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and the game wasn't on TNT. Who loves the drama? But like, still, I don't think that's it. JHK says, in any era, in clutch time, mid-range shots are the most important. The Knicks were killing in the mid-range.
Mikal Bridges
was cooking.
The important thing is just getting good looks from the mid-range, and that's the key. Like, they weren't settling for like bad mid-range shots or heavily contested ones. I'm sure there were a couple in there, but Mikal was, Candace, you mentioned this. Like, Mikal was just flying off of some of these screens, or just flying to the ball with the ball in his hands and just creating these open looks, fading away, but not like to the point where it's like, oh, what are you doing? Like, he was actually under control, which wasn't the case early on in the game. And Jalen Brunson just being Jalen Brunson, like, you created all those open against a really good defense, against a defense that was 5th in the NBA this year. That I don't think was as good as last year, but still like very, very good, like great defense. They got all those shots.
Nah, they got all those shots. Guys, on talking to you, Brian. Pacers is a great team. This season ain't over yet. We're not looking over nobody. I agree. One game at a time, guys.
Now you want to wait. After saying the Knicks would sweep this series,
true.
now you want to wait.
My man was saying Knicks in 4, and now he's
come on, bro.
Now
come on. You'll be in the conference finals. Don't worry about it. Pick the Knicks to beat the Pacers in 4. I know you want to.
He said the Knicks are going to win. The Knicks were going to sweep, and now he's preaching Pacers.
Now you want to.
We need another game like this from this Knicks team to finish off the Celtics and take the same energy to the Pacers. I don't disagree, Gaza. I don't disagree. Jean-Kevin Visconde, why did they not count Pritchard's rebound? Which rebound are you talking about, and how degenerate of a gambler are you?
What did you bet?
Worried about that now.
Talk to me. What did you bet? I want to know. Woo. I had Pritchard over 3s. He got that. So,
well, he's mad that he didn't get a Pritchard rebound. Thanks, everybody in the chat. A lot of great comments. If you have any final questions, we will get to them. But this is a fantastic win for the Knickerbockers, 121-113 at Madison Square Garden. Candace, any final thoughts?
I have to go to Penn Station, and I'm scared. I'm petrified.
Oh, it's a zoo. Can you get in?
I'll try. I'll try my best.
You can't take something else before that?
I'll figure something out. Yeah.
You know what you need? You need to say, I'm going to just say this, stay on the blue lines and stay underground. You don't need to come above ground.
That's the way. That's how you do
That's
it.
a good point.
Get to the AC
Excellent
or E.
point.
Stay underground. No need to go above ground.
I just put 2 and 2 together.
You just get it when you get to, some of those people do trickle down to the trains under there. I will say that.
I think they're outside though, for the most part. It's a nice day.
Oh, everybody's outside.
Nice night.
It's a nice night outside. Everybody's outside.
It's gonna rain the rest of the week. They're gonna take advantage.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna take advantage. Shout out to the Knicks. It seems like they have a good atmosphere out there in the plaza as well. So okay, you're gonna get home with a smile on your face. Everybody's gonna get home with a smile on the face. Knicks, big win. Any final thoughts, Brian? Except for you saying that they're going to the conference finals.
I got to go home and, I got to finish watching Wolves Warriors. I got to write some Action Network previews for tomorrow's games and get ready for a bunch of content that we got to do here that I got to do independently, obviously at Action as well. And I got to study some Knicks Pacers tape from the regular season because, it might be heading that way.
Knicks Pacers.
Hey, all I want to say, one more thing. If you watch wrestling, you saw Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson confront each other on SmackDown. Everything is wrestling. We're here, baby. We're almost here. The conference finals, it's going to be part of the promo package.
They bring up that clip in the broadcast at any time.
It's going to happen. It has to happen.
Of the fake fight.
ESPN has a working relationship with the WWE.
They could cancel that relationship. We don't need it. I don't want to see it with the fake chair and all this fake fighting nonsense. You know what I want to watch? Real basketball, real sports. That's what we want to see. Knicks Pacers, not Brunson and Halliburton in a WWE nonsense or whatever. No, we're not here for basketball mania.
Guess what?
Basketball playoffs.
Guess what? SummerSlam is at MetLife. So after the conference finals, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton could actually continue this at SummerSlam.
No, they should not.
Triple H, I'm booking this for you, bro.
They should not.
Like I'm here.
Please don't give them any
Paul
ideas.
Levesque, come on.
Please.
It's right there for Cardi B's hosting. Come on. No support.
No, you're not getting it here. You're not getting it here. You might have.
From you, I know I'm not.
You might, Nikolai.
Candace might.
Don't do it, Candace. There's no need to go to that side.
Did you see the confrontation I'm talking about with Halliburton?
And you wish you never saw it. That's how I felt after I saw it. I wish I never saw it.
I
was like, "Why, Jalen Brunson? Why did you waste your time?"
He's a wrestling fan, bro. Josh Hart,
maybe
too.
one day,
and Tyrese.
WWE will invite me to do something like that. I'm going to tell them respectfully, no.
Oh, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Of
You
course.
kidding me? What?
Of course you would.
What? Anybody
you
too.
would.
Anybody. Almost don't care.
Like,
I'll take a bump. I will 1000% take a bump. You kidding me?
They got to pay. You know what? I shouldn't say.
Yeah,
WWE. I won't say respectfully no. I'll respectfully no, but you're gonna have to pay correct.
I'll take a bump.
Come correct.
I'll take off the top rope. Done. Hope Asher's not watching this now.
No. No. Maybe you think that make things cooler. I think it does not. Because it's fake.
Live action movie.
Oh,
back to movies.
Oh my God. Oh God. You know what it is? It is a live action movie with terrible acting. That's what it is.
They're better now than it was 5-10 years ago.
Is it? Is it though?
Yeah, they're on a good run.
Okay.
They're on a good run right now.
All right.
Nikolai, back me up in the
Nikolai has been talking in my ear, backing me up, but it's backing you up, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't have to watch wrestling. You get to see Knicks Game 5 against the Celtics. If they win, they go to the conference finals where they can face the Pacers or the Cavs. Bryan already thinks he knows who they're facing. We will see. Candace, this was great. You were one of the few people, not few, there's quite a few people who sat up here and have been 1-0.
1-0.
Did not start 0-1.
Oh, nice.
Sitting here for a watch party. You started off 1-0, and you got to see, you were the person that sat here for the best Knicks win in 25 years.
That's fantastic.
Nobody can take that away from you.
Nope.
You sat here and witnessed the best Knicks win in 25 years and got to hear this man say they're going to the conference finals.
Yeah. They're going to do it.
Good stuff.
There you go.
Follow Candace on Blue Sky. She's great.
Yeah, follow Candace on Blue Sky. Check out her work that she does with Fansided. Tremendous job there. Candace will be probably on with me a bunch on Got Game during the Liberty season, which starts on Saturday. That we're really excited for.
Yep.
So a lot of stuff coming about them there as well, too. Be sure to stay tuned to the New York Post Sports YouTube channel for all the great stuff we have. You know our great shows. Hockey, we got Up in the Blue Seats. Basketball, we got New York Got Game. We got the Big Blue Rush for the Giants and Gangs All Here for the Jets. Fantastic shows. Another new show coming soon that I'll be hosting. We'll have more on that later. So stay tuned for all of us. And then the live watch party here on Wednesday. Game 5,
Myself and Bryan Fonseca will be here. Our guest from ESPN New York Radio, Tyreek Butler, will be here in the building with us. Ty coming to check it out with us. Another Syracuse person will be here in the building. I have things to talk to Ty about with that.
That's your rivalry.
Hard time.
My school don't have an athletic department anymore.
Well, it's funny. I had to talk to Kemba Walker on New York. I gave another episode you should check out. Just an interview with Kemba Walker.
Love Kemba
and I told
Walker.
Kemba Walker how the shot he hit over Garrett McGee caused me a lot of pain, and that was not good for me.
He laughed at you, probably.
He did not. He empathized. He's a nice guy.
Oh,
Assistant coach Kemba Walker. Nice of him to do that because assistant coaches in the NBA don't often do interviews.
No,
so
but he did. He was
assistant coach for the Charlotte Hornets, who moved up in the lottery. So
he did.
Would be coaching a damn good prospect. Maybe VJ Edgecombe. Who knows?
We'll see.
All right.
All right. That does it for this. We are going to sign off for Bryan Fonseca and Candace Pedraza. I'm Dexter Henry. We'll catch you Wednesday night, 7:00 p.m. tip. Myself, Bryan, and Ty Butler will be here for the next New York game live Knicks watch party. Until next time, best Knicks win in 25 years, 3-1 series lead. Candace is going happy. Bryan's going happy. Well, baby, I don't know. He's probably going to watch wrestling. I'm going to go home happy.
More basketball.
And there's more basketball.
Raw is tonight, but
So
I'm
there you
not.
go.
Yeah.
That's it. We're signing off. Until next time, people. Peace.
See you Wednesday.